this card still shows it.
This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday, and we're here for the third Wednesday of the month for the Hotlap Humpday competition, which has been an ongoing competition that I can happily say that I am the season points leader as of right now, which is really cool for me. I have to do really well to maintain that lead. I got really fast guys behind me trying to take that away, but I'll do my best. Right now we are a little bit late, trying to do a few things. Kevin Ford, our normal announcer, is on vacation. We're going to have Jeff Jacobs on the microphone today, and he will be covering that action. In addition, we're going to have Robby Unser in the booth at various points during the day. He'll be driving, talking shop, working on setup, doing all that good stuff. And then, of course, all of you out there are going to be invited to join us as well. We are in the Dallara DW12 at Weathertech Raceway, Laguna Seca. I just call it Laguna Seca because tomorrow they might call it something else, but I'll keep calling it Laguna Seca. So it should be a fun 4 hours. We also have, oh my God, what have I done? Where's my cameras? That's not what we're supposed to see. We're supposed to see this. There we go. We've got Ricmotech Black and Ricmotech Red. You'll see drivers down there in the Miami Lakes area, South Florida, at the Ricmotech headquarters taking part in this event as well. They'll have a whole slew of drivers jumping in and out of those chassis and keeping their... Thank you very much, Marco. And I think, let me go ahead and see who's here on the microphone, and just so everybody knows we are live. Jeff, are you here? Oh, maybe not. Did I mute my mic? I could have done that by accident too. I see Phil Scrutton has already gotten into the room. So if you are watching, since we're live, you're watching, you're in on the action. Passwords
hey,
for
Sean, it's Jeff Jacobs. Glad to be joining you here tonight.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
All right.
I think I'm going to have to turn your audio up just a little bit on my end, so hold on one second. And I think I'm probably going to have to turn the car down because something tells me this car is a little louder than...
It's going to be pretty loud.
The last one. Yeah, so let me do a little work here if I can with my funky little keyboard. I was just about to give out the password, which is what Kevin usually does. I don't know if we're... Are we ready to tell people? No, you go. You take the honor.
All right. Well, hey, we're looking forward to having everybody in here with us this evening. And your password, all lowercase letters. IndyCar. INDYCAR.
Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to change... How do we do it over here? I right-click it, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yep. Give you an option to increase or decrease an individual user's volume.
Right-click. Yeah, you would think, but not in my world. Not with this. There we go. There we go.
All right. Good.
I'm using this little micro keyboard, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to have to turn down... Why is iRacing showing up as that? I need to get out on track and score some points and not worry about volume.
Absolutely. Well, we can fiddle with the volume a little bit later.
Let's see here.
I'm going to send a message out to all the Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing League members for our GT Challenge group, the sports car series. Make sure they have the opportunity to jump in as well. That password distributed.
Alright, how's that?
Alright, see if it improves the volume any.
I'm just on the medium downforce. Yeah, Frank. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how you doing?
Are you at your desk?
I have to compliment you on... No, not yet. I have to compliment you on your attire.
Oh, yeah, you like my shirt?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, very good to hear. Very good to hear. Yeah, I liked it. I wore it for today's show. It's been a Humpday thing.
And it looks like we've got about a dozen folks who have joined us already here. Sean, getting out there on course, gotta get a little heat in those tires. Yeah, this Laguna Seca track kind of known to be a little bit dusty out there and already sort of traction limited, making the cold tires on the Dallara makes it a little extra challenge.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm racing here next week.
Oh, very good. That should be fun. This would be good practice for you then.
Yeah, completely different car though.
All right.
Zero comparison.
Yeah, if you're going to be running the Solstice next week, this probably won't be a lot of help.
That's much closer, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, we got people showing up, so they got the password.
Okay, good, good.
Are you drunk, Kim?
All right, so we got some bias issue, perhaps, on the medium downforce. Where's Robby when you need him? So Kevin Ford, do we know where he went on vacation, or is that secret information? That's secret.
That's right.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
Sorry, I tried to get out of your way there, Sean.
Yeah, the brakes are touchy, right? What do I have for chat? Oh, no worries, Phil.
You cut the cord, you gotta slow down and give up that time.
Not if you don't need to run the 4 more hours on one stop. Well, this is great, Sean, while you're out there sort of concentrating on getting the car warmed up and getting oriented to that car on this track. And we sure want to send a thank you out to Frank Rico of Ricmotech for hosting us again this evening here for this Humpday challenge. It's been quite the popular series. A lot of folks here looking forward, I think, to as the points total add up and maybe the window starting to close in on some of these drivers competing for those top spots. You know, you're our current points leader. We got Mike Dam. We've been moving up in the order there in second, and Pat Iannucci, who's already logged on to the server. I think he's going to be looking to add to his points total tonight, so it should be an exciting evening.
Off, but I got a lot of gas, so why don't we take some gas out first? Oh, wrong mouse.
Well, it looks like you've locked in that leader bonus point there, Sean, on top of the board here with that early 110 lap, but of course that's why you're still trying to get a setup arranged. So
now, has somebody else posted a lap? There has to be at least 2
so
laps.
far. Yep,
oh,
yep. Tim Chitwood is up as well.
Thank you, Tim Chitwood. But that that's been one of the keys to success this season, is to get in early and get a hot lap real quick. Especially on days where Pat Iannucci shows up early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so where's my fuel on this chassis? Fuel, 18. Yeah, we don't need that much at all. Let's take that down. I don't know what I'm doing with this car, though.
Well, welcome everybody. We're really excited to have you joining us here for our Ricmotech Hump Challenge, and welcome to Monster Raceway IndyCar. This should be a lot of fun. And see Sean Cole, guys, bonus points in with that early 1 minute and 10 second lap. But you all have yet to make your early laps, and so we're looking forward to a great challenge here this evening. Hope you all have fun. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and of course be watching that live stream broadcast of tonight's event on YouTube on the Simpit channel.
Cannot hit those red curves.
Going here, Sean, with that 1 minute 10 second lap, still holding up as our top time. We've got Andrews coming in real close there, car number 99 in a 1 minute 11 second lap. But nice watching everybody around the track at this point, and I see a lot of dirt being thrown up, and a lot of folks trying to get that breaking down right on the road these tires. Oh, and now we have a new leader. Andrews is taking over that top spot with a 1 minute and 9.4 second lap.
It wasn't sweet, Kurt. They actually got a little tricky on us this week.
You got a dry car on the left.
So if you look at those 5 flags and take the first 2 letters of each country, it spells Laguna Seca. Go back and look at the flags. It was actually it was right there in plain sight, but not easy to figure out. I would never have guessed it. I do. I think I need to put in a little more front brake bias. Oh, we have drivers up in Ricmotech. We might actually hear some coaching going on from Ricmotech today, which would be really cool. I need to run to the store and get some creamer. So, what was I doing? Oh, not that. Excuse me. We were going to go ahead and do some more front brake bias. You know, betcha John Hill has a setup for this car.
Oh, Pat Iannucci out there turning some laps now, and sitting third right now with that 1 minute 11 second lap, but he's only made 3 laps so far, so we'll see if Pat can take over that top spot. Right now, Sean and Andrews are 2 early leaders.
Turns I did until just the other day, but I was trying to play a Codemasters game, and it was giving me a fit having a button box on, so I took it off. So right now, he's actually preparing for driving a 4-speed car here at Laguna. So I actually got rid of everything in lieu of a shifter.
All right, so we had our early time leader, Sean Cole, picking up those bonus points for his opening lap, but then Anderson taking over the top spot there with that 109.4. Pat Iannucci has joined us. Pat, I think it's the third overall in the points. Glad to have you here with us this evening, Pat. Following. And he put on a 110.4, so he needs to jump about a second to take over that top spot in his early lap. We'll see if he can get it done here on lap number 4.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
Oh, he's getting closer. A 9.8, still 4/10 off that top time for Iannucci. He's going to keep working on it now. Lap number 5.
Joe, no, we have Kevin Ford is on vacation, and Jeff Jacobs of Extreme Motorsport is here to carry the torch and keep us entertained. So we're lucky to have him, and we are expecting some other voices in the booth tonight as well. So Kelly Jones is down tonight at Ricmotech, and he's a driver coach, and he'll be coaching some guys from there during tonight's episode. Robby Unser is going to show up at some point, and Robby Unser, I'm sorry, and he's going to be giving us some tips and tricks. And I see David Grunnell's in here, which means I'm about to get dropped another spot.
Well, right now, Andrew's still holding the top spot there, Sean. In fact, he just improved his lap. He's now on a 1 minute, 8.7 seconds. And making it a little tougher there for Pat to try to earn those top points with Andrews out there continuing to improve on his early laps. But yes, indeed, we let Kevin Ford unchained from his sim rig for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. He's on vacation up in the northern regions of Minnesota, up near the Canadian border, actually. So visiting some family up there, and I know he's going to enjoy some cooler weather, and hopefully he'll have a great time spending time with the wife up there and the rest of the family. But I know they're on the road this evening. I know he really wanted to be here tonight. He just loves these events, enjoys announcing for them. Of course, really excited to watch these drivers competing for the points in the Ricmotech Hotlap Challenge here. I see Pat's out on lap, on my screen anyway. He is pushing a cone all the way around the course. He is jammed in his front splitter, and he's still carrying that cone up the back straightaway.
Oh my.
Oh, terrific, terrific. So 1 minute, 8.7 second lap is the time to beat so far. Still early in the going though. Hopefully we'll have some folks who share some setups as we go along. The setup is open tonight, so folks are welcome to set things up the way they like it. And of course you've got some different choices, some stock choices to choose from iRacing there. Of course, one thing that folks may want to do if they're using some of the baseline setups from iRacing is to lower that fuel down, maybe lighten that car up a little bit, improve your lap times overall. Oh, Sean back up to the second spot there with a nice 109.3. So getting back ahead of Pat there by about 9/10 of a second.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah. Alright, so if you want to join us for Hotlap Humpday, this is Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. It occurs every third Wednesday of the month with a random car track combination. today we are at Weathertech Raceway, Laguna Seca, and the Dallara DW12. As Jeff mentioned, open setups, but it's welcome to anyone watching the stream, anyone who wants to take part. Just go to iRacing, go to the hosted section, look for the hosted room, call Ricmotech, Hotlap, Humpday, and the password tonight is IndyCar. IndyCar, exactly what we're driving here at Laguna Seca. IndyCar, IndyCar, who will be at Laguna Seca for the first time in 30 years next month.
How about that? Isn't that terrific? So good timing on the event here this evening. And by the way, we've got a new top time. Still Andrus, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But Andrus Silsans, I think if I'm getting that right, has lowered that time now to a 1 minute 8.1 seconds. Now Pat Iannucci had a nice improvement. He's dropped it to 8.6, but now every time Pat seems to drop off some time, Andrus answers with an even quicker lap. So half a second margin there between our top two drivers.
I need
Well, a great job by our drivers here early on. Andrus just keeps, in the number 99 car, just keeps dropping that top time. Every time Shaun or Pat gets a little closer, Andrus comes through with a new fast lap. That 1 minute, 8.1 seconds, the new time to beat. Pat, within a half a second of that, I know he's going to be focused on trying to move up. Sean Cole just hit 1.2 back from that at a 9.3. So keep it up, everybody. Looking forward to it develops as we go.
Let's see here. Where's my button for that? I'm being stupid right now. No.
Well, and of course, for those of you watching live online on the YouTube stream there, of course, he's got there are windows showing 3 different drivers that you can see. Of course, you all know Shaun there in the lower right corner, but then we've got live drivers there in the Ricmotech headquarters in Miami. You see the dark gray screen and the red screen in the background, sort of delineating the 2 different rigs that drivers are on right there at Frank's shop. And so folks are able to participate in this series online or by joining Frank there at the shop in Miami. So that's kind of a neat opportunity. I was down there for an SCCA race last year, had the opportunity to visit the shop and run on some of those sim rigs that Frank has got there, and man, those are a real treat. I wish I had room for something like that, but in a condo in Center City, Philadelphia, just not the extra room to have a sim rig sitting around right now, but maybe in the future.
Frank, you anywhere around the microphone? Kelly, if you can just ask him which account is logged into Ricmotech Black. What driver name? Looks like Frank Rico's red.
That is Kelly Jones.
So his account is Ricmotech Black right now?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so I see a young gentleman with some black and red headphones racing.
That's it, yep.
Okay, awesome. So we ride along with that young gentleman. Kelly Jones is actually in Ricmotech Red, but just the account logged into Red. Ricmotech Black would be the name, Kelly Jones, and Ricmotech Red would be Frank Rico, just for people watching the leaderboard.
Just to keep it confusing.
Well done, Tim. As I was trying to do is find, where's my, why can't I find my stupid Delta thing? Isn't it on this screen? There it is, I'm just blind. So I do have a button mapped, I just don't know if it's on this wheel. I don't think it's on this wheel. That's all I wanted was my Delta. Delta, 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 can I help you, help you, help you? We'll leave it with sessions optimal. Because I don't know what weather or conditions it was.
18 drivers in the session so far, so good early participation here. Like you said, Sean, a good strategy is to get in here early, see if you can get a quick time in. Pat still out there on the course, working real hard to improve on that 1 minute 8.6. Now he's run a couple of those 8.6s. Gonna have to find another half second if he wants to catch Andrus there in the top spot. And Sean, you're still hanging on to that third spot at a 9.3, but you've got Miguel there, El Crudo, right behind you, also on a 9.3. So it's just 0.02 of a second between our third and fourth place drivers right now.
Now, being that I am in a season championship, apparently, which I didn't realize, I can tell you this: since unless I think I can win it, my real goal is to finish at 9th.
Ah, very good.
The Joker points.
Joker points for tonight going to be in for 9th place?
I believe so. I believe that's what the email said.
So to explain that for folks who may be joining us for the first time, and a number of different ways to earn points in this series. Of course, you get 3 just for showing up and participating. Everybody gets a ribbon just for being there. But then, of course, there's points based on having had one of the top times, having posted the top of the board for the evening. You need to do that clean, but got to be on the top of the board at least once. And so that's why some of the folks like to jump in early and try to post one of those really fast times before some aliens get in here and throw down times that nobody can touch. And then, of course, Frank likes to do things that he shifts around every week, and sometimes he might say, hey, the person who finishes 5th is going to get bonus points tonight. Sometimes it's 10th, sometimes tonight, 9th place. And you don't have a lot of control over that. Pretty hard to strategize. So you maybe just kind of watch the board, see where things stack up. We're close to 9th, but maybe a little short of that. An opportunity to go up there and come to 10th to earn that Joker position and pick up the bonus points for tonight.
Party, Twitch is a semi-different stream. It started before the event, and will continue a little bit after the event, and has sort of like the behind-the-scenes version. We will be adding the game to it, but if you want to see the actual action, just head over to our YouTube channel at The Simpit on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the first person and all that. Ricmotech? Oh, you think maybe Ricmotech should supply me an open wheel rim so I don't look like such a dork? With my 13-inch.
Using a bus driver's wheel on an Indy car, right?
Yeah. It's kind of become my thing.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I see JP was asking us online, what time is Ricmotech open till? Well, I know that they'll be there at least another, probably 4 hours while this event is going on, at least for tonight.
Yep.
Likely open there in Miami until about 10 p.m. Eastern times.
Slow car ahead.
Well, our times have been holding pretty steady here. I think some of the early improvements have come along for our first few drivers here, and now it's really going to take some either focus or some fine-tuning on these setups for folks to start improving now. And of course, we could have some changes due to worse conditions out there, with some rubber getting down on the track. Although I can see, watching some of the folks who are on the track, with some of that dirt that's being spread around some of the corners, it could make it challenging to put down some fast laps later if the dirt is impacting the grip in some of these key corners. So we'll see how that affects everyone later. Andres Silsan still leading the way there with that 1 minute 8.1 second lap, and Pat still sitting a half second back at an 8.6. He's run a few of those 8.6s, and I know he's just looking to clean up a couple more runs to see if he can get those bonus points for being the overall leader here. Shaun hanging on to that 9.3. I see that you've been able to improve, sharpen your pencil a little bit on that 9.3.
I just sharpened it a little bit.
Yeah.
Too funny. Oh, we got double racers over there, Ricmotech Black going right now.
Well, yeah, look at that. They got all three of their Sims running over there. So that's terrific.
And I believe that looks like Frank is now coaching Kelly.
But we can't count out Miguel El Crudo here. He is running real close. Now he's about 400ths of a second. So you've given yourself some breathing room there, Shaun, on Miguel with your 9.300. But his .349 just has him a half of a tenth behind you. He's coming around to the start-finish line on lap number 16 for him. Let's see if he can pick it up at a 9.9. So no, he's still working on dialing that car in as well. Oh, and Andres has done it again. He has moved that time a little further away from Pat. He's down to 8.0 now. So it's a 6/10 margin of Andres over Pat. I see Andres is showing on my screen as being located in the Central Eastern Europe division of iRacing, so joining us from overseas. Glad to have him here for what must be either early in the morning or very late at night, depending on what part of Europe he might be in.
All right, well, great job, everybody. Glad to have about 20 drivers joining us so far here at the beginning of our event. And boy, Andrew's still doing a terrific job there. He's lowered the mark a little bit more. Still in the 108s, but he's made it a 108.049 as the time to beat. So makes it about 6/10 over Pat. He's still out there looking to improve on his time. Shaun hanging on to that third spot, but only by a half a tenth over Miguel El Crudo. So keep it up, everybody. Great job.
Just as soon as I say that, Andres has moved it on again, a 7.6. So now a full second. 1 minute, 7.688 is the top time to beat now as Andres lowers the hammer on the rest of the class. He's now got a 1 second margin over the rest of the field.
Well, there we go, just like that. Andrews moves the dial yet again. Now a 7.688, the time to beat. 1 minute, 7.6. Great job, Andrews. Really applying the pressure here early in our hot lap challenge.
I'm going to replace Rossi. Oh. I don't know about that. Whoa.
Oh yeah, I'm right along with Andrews now on a hot lap, and he gets down into turns 2 and 3. A lot of dirt spread around down there now from other folks being off course, so maybe making the traction conditions down there a little bit tricky. So yeah, this could make it difficult on folks looking to match some of those top times from early in the session. Then again, the other section of the track picking up some rubber, maybe that's going to increase the grip as we go. First drivers have the opportunity to fine-tune those setups and try to optimize their lap. Any drivers working off of the baseline setup should be sure to maybe drop their fuel. That's going to certainly help reducing weight. Give you a shot at getting a quick lap time in.
Uh-oh, here comes Mike Dam.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen Mike Dam and Rick Hyde joining us in the sim. So, of course, Mike Dam, usually one of those guys who's sitting at the top of the order, and so there's some of the other folks who are hoping to get a fast lap in. Better do it quick, because Mike's going to come along and see if he can jump in just to top of the order, pick up those bonus points. A couple more folks joining in now. We're glad to have you.
Mike, John Claude Van Damme.
Well, Shaun, great job. I see you knocked another 4 tenths off of your time. You're now in that 8-second range with a 1 minute 8.9 second lap. So nice improvement for you. Well, he's coming to the start-finish line. Can he knock off some more time? He does, an 8.6. Nice job, Shaun, moving up to second place. And, wow, just a 1/100th of a second ahead of Pat Iannucci. That's really well done there, Shaun.
Yay, I feel much better. Izzy, the nice thing about me when it comes to a good choice for the next IndyCar season is that I am IndyCar size. I fit.
Well,
in
folks,
IndyCar.
we're glad to see several more folks joining in tonight for our Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge. We're glad to have you. And at the top of the field, Anders hanging on with that 1 minute 7.6 seconds, a smoking time, currently 1 second ahead of our new second place driver, Sean Cole. Just
Sean, can you hear me?
lapped about 7 tenths off of his lap. He's moved up to 8.6. In fact, he's just 100th of a second ahead of Pat Iannucci. But Mike Dam has now joined the session, and let's see what kind of time he can rip off as he gets going around the course here.
We're going to see 107s here now. Watch this.
Yeah.
Boom. Someone said, Sean, can you hear me? And the answer is yes, I can hear you. Somebody?
It's Robby.
Hey, Robby. Hey, Robby. How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
I am well. We are well. I need to turn everybody's volume up or my game down. So we're going to have to work on that again.
I've had a really hard time getting my iRacing to go low enough to hear anything.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get to the mixer, see if I can do something on my end. Terribly loud, but it's not showing iRacing, which is kind of weird. Oh, because it's the wrong one. There we go. iRacing down. Here we go. Hopefully this is good for everybody. There we go. And now I want to go to TeamSpeak and also turn Robby up. How you doing, Robby?
Good, how are you?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm driving. I've had like a lot of work, and I haven't been able to drive nearly as much as I want to. And I love that to have a moment that like, oh well, my job is literally to drive because I have no other choice, right? That's what I'm supposed to do right now. There we go. We want to crank up your audio. There it is. Change volume.
Robby,
here?
I am. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you, yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got you, Robbie. I think
You got it, Lucho.
Kelly Jones' sim unit is keeping his mic open. As he's hanging up a little bit open there. So.
Kelly, can you hear us?
Go right. Got one on your
Mic
left.
feedback too loud?
Yeah,
It is.
Your microphone is open.
There we go. There we go.
But you're free to talk. That's Kelly Jones, everybody.
Let's see. Now I think we're picking up Robbie's mic.
Oh, I'm sharing a setup with Lucho.
There we go. There we
Yeah, I muted it.
go. Okay.
I don't know why I can't get my iRacing down. Give me a minute.
Sure. That's all right.
I don't see you, Lucho.
All right, so Mike Dam now has had an opportunity to probably take a look at the times on the board. He's got his setup into the car, and now he is heading down pit lane to go out on a warm-up lap here. We'll see what he can do in these first couple of laps out on track as he gets adjusted to the IndyCar here at Laguna Seca. 1 minute 7.688 is the time to beat. Well, and his competitors might not be too disappointed to see that. It's an early spin out, and so Shaun, just like you experienced there, getting out there on this somewhat slick, dusty Laguna Seca track on these cold IndyCar tires, not very forgiving. And getting that brake bias set up right certainly makes a big difference.
Yeah, that was, and I don't know if I have it right, but that was critical. Yeah, Raul, you got it okay. Anybody watching, if you want to join us, go to the host section on iRacing, look for the host room, call Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday, hosted by Frank Rico of Ricmotech, and he was gracious enough to host this event each and every third Wednesday, every Hotlap Humpday, third Wednesday of every month. And we are here at Weathertech Raceway, Laguna Seca in the DW12, the Dallara DW12, and the password is IndyCar. All right. Kelly Jones is... Oh, no, that's that youngster there with the red and black headphones. Ricmotech Black. That's who we're following along with. And I am going to take a 2-minute break and get myself something to drink. I'll be right back. Make sure we're live, but that's who we're watching.
Well earned, Shaun. We're still holding down the second time there in our sim with 100th of a second advantage over Pat Iannucci.
Anytime you're ahead of Pat, you gotta be happy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nick Silverling, how can you not be a fan of Laguna Seca? If I had to rank and tell me I'm wrong, if I had to rank tracks in America in order of prestige or importance, I would actually say that it's Indy, Daytona, Laguna. That's my personal opinion. You tell me yours. What do you think about that, Jeff?
Nice. Yeah, I have to say that's probably the right order. No question about it.
Some would argue Watkins Glen, perhaps, but
yep.
I dare say,
and then you've got some of that history with Lime Rock as well. But today,
I guess you could make the argument for Long Beach because it did used to host Formula One back when, but that was a different version of Long Beach. So I don't know if you could really say that that's a fair comparison.
Right.
Oh, how we kill time here for our 4-hour Ricmotech Hotlap Update. 4 hours to get the job done. Actually, it's like 3.5 hours. And then we go to our shootout. And, Kevin always confuses me right now and changes the rules on me. So the big question is, are we doing a straightforward shootout tonight?
Yes, we are not going to do the race. We're going to do those top 3 drivers, and they're each going to get fixed 8 minutes to try to throw down their best lap.
Yeah, Nick, that is a very valid point, is that it is pretty much my home track. As far as real road courses, Laguna is the closest. California Speedway is closer, but I argue whether that's a real road course. That's a roval. And if you take away the oval or roval, other than the new Charlotte, is flat.
Well, folks, we're happy to have you with us here for the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge, and Andrus holding down that top spot. Really happy to have you in here with us this evening, coming all the way over from Europe, so it's either really late at night or really early in the morning for you, but not impairing your driving at all with a top time of 1 minute 7.688, and Sean Cole holding down that second spot, just a little bit ahead of Pat Iannucci. We'll see if Pat comes back in to try to reclaim one of those top spots. It's just 100th of a second between those two drivers. Miguel hanging on there with that 9.3, and I see we got Marshall in the number 12 car. He is sitting on a 9.4, and one more driver, Kelly Jones, also in the 1 minute 9 second range, and that's sort of the top of the order at the moment. But several drivers have just joined us, and I see they're out there getting their setups tuned in and their brake biases set up. So we'll look forward to some more drivers heading to the top of the order here shortly.
I just noticed that Kelly Jones is at the desk. Kelly, did you want to get in on the chat for a while?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to turn up your volume real quick, but I'm going to turn your camera on real quick. This is Kelly Jones down there in the Ricmotech headquarters. And, oh, I see your, whoever's driving your name in game is carrying a cone around the track right now.
Yeah.
And let me work on your audio real quick as well.
Test.
There we go.
Testing. How's this?
Oh, it's on my end.
I hear you loud and clear.
There we go.
I hear you loud and clear.
I'll hear you loud and clear in a moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I think I should be able to hear you now, Kelly.
How's this sound?
Oh yeah, there you go. Now we can hear you. How you doing?
Hey, doing great.
Now,
Really glad to be here.
people were marveling at your one-handed driving technique. I don't know if you know who were watching you.
Yes, my left arm is actually disabled.
Okay, gotcha. So you're a pro at one-arm driving.
Yeah, it took a while, as you can imagine. It took a bit to adapt to it, but it was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be.
Right. So I didn't see close enough. Were you flipping over for the downshift, or does he have push paddles on that one?
Oftentimes when I'll set it up where the right paddle, I'll pull that to upshift, and then I'll set a right thumb button to downshift.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Great idea.
Yeah. Very cool. So Frank says you're going to coach some drivers down there in the shop.
Yeah, I'll be moving in and out of the room down there and giving some coaching to the folks that are coming in. Absolutely.
Cool. Now, do you do a lot of coaching? Is that your normal thing?
Oh, yes. At Racecraft 1, that's one of our core competencies, if you will, one of the main services that we provide. So I do a lot of coaching trackside, in-car, and also using simulation for driver development.
Very cool. Oh, I love hearing that. You know I love hearing that.
Yeah.
And as we have this chat, which is part of Hotlap Humpday, oh, the kid, that's all I can call him for now. The kid running there under your name, Kelly Jones, and Ricmotech Black, he just had a hard crash. He was getting faster each lap, I noticed. Let's see. Kelly Jones, he ran a 109, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 109.7.
That's right.
He's really holding his own. I mean, that's right behind David Grunel and ahead of, hey, do we know that young man's name? But just so he knows, he is, and he should take a picture of the leaderboard, but he is ahead of Robby Unser. I'll take that screenshot.
I'll talk to Frank and see about getting his name.
Okay, cool. And then,
I'm here. Hey, guys.
Hey, Frank.
Who is the young guy who just was flying 109.7 before he wiped out?
That's Sebastian Freza. His name.
Thanks, Bob.
Oh, okay. We know him.
You've heard his name before.
Yeah, we've heard him.
Yeah, he's a regular.
Okay, cool. He's ahead of Robby Unser right now. We're noting that, right behind David Grunel, who's super fast. Now my eyes are kind of glued to Mike Dam because he seems to be the spoiler of spoilers.
That's right. He's worked his way up now. He's sitting there about 60 right now on a 109.3. But he's going to have to pick it down almost another 2 seconds to claim that top spot. And let's not put it past Mike. I see he's still out there exploring the limits of this car.
Well, you know, the first step to knowing how much game people are bringing to an event like this is, of course, by their paint job. Now, if they're just in a standard paint job, then, you know, with like standard decals, then that's like showing up with a white driver's suit, you know? You know they haven't put much into it. Now, if you see anybody out here and they're in some league paint job, you know we're all in big trouble. Oh, like this one. Who's this? Craig Forsyth, who is currently sitting in about the 7th or 8th spot, running in that Players. Remember that paint scheme for the Players IndyCar? I remember that very well. So he could be a force to be reckoned with. Lonnie Jameson in a downloaded. That's the Sam Schmidt Motorsports car. Is that Hinchcliffe's ride, I do believe? And who else is out there in a properly painted car? Brant, that does not look like a iRacing. What's this one? Oh, Marshall Leash, who, what do you know, is sitting in the 6th spot. So definitely, there's a Marlboro paint scheme. That could have been a iRacing. Oh, here we go. Robby Unser's got the quality paint skin. Robby, you still here?
Yep.
Ah, how do you like How you liking the car track combo?
I like it. I'm enjoying it. A little bit of traffic. Haven't got a good lap in yet, but
now I just
got it.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm running a retro. This is my dad's '81 Indy car actually that I've got painted.
Nice.
But I got to talk to Frank.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
think I've got my '99 Indy car that he put together. So.
Awesome. Now, I ran the medium downforce with a bunch of fuel taken out and brake bias moved forward. That's all I did so far.
Okay.
I don't know what you got up your sleeve. Ooh, David Gruttle up in the 4th.
Well, crashing.
That's what's up
I
your
went to actually. I got a guy set up from Frank Joseph Stoom qualifying setup. I'll share it with
Well, we
everyone.
got quite a crowd forming
right.
up here this evening. It's making it a little challenging for folks to get in with those fast laps. But Pat Iannucci has improved on his time. He's now reclaimed that number 2 spot
is
with a
really
1 minute 8.3. So great job there, Pat.
Hey, Robby, how are you
still
doing?
holds the top spot with that 7.7. And we got Mike Dan working his way up. You have some work to do with that 9.3.
Yeah.
You got one on your left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, Tim, it's kind of hard for me. Yeah, that one's kind of far away, huh? I'll have to figure out what to do in the future with that. We're going to keep working on the Twitch stream, see over here. I suppose I could flip them, or... Let me see one other thing I might be able to do. I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to put it on Robby so we can watch him warm up.
All right, great. Yeah, we got about 28 drivers signed into the session here so far. So a great turnout here for Wednesday's event. And, of course, making it a little crowded out there, a little challenging for folks to pick up some time.
I'll be right back. Oh, it's okay, Tim. I want to get a cup of coffee.
I think Pat has managed to find some additional speed as his prior lap, 8.4, but need to break into the 7s now if you want to lead the way here in the Ricmotech event for Wednesday evening. Is 7.6 still the time to beat? Pat's coming around that final corner now. We'll see what he can do as he moves to the finish line. another 8.3. So he's hitting right around that mark now. Picked up about 3/10 from where he had run earlier, but gonna need another 7/10 to have a shot at moving into that top spot. We got Sean Cole still hanging on there in third at a 1 minute 8.6. And then Craig Forsyth has moved up to fourth at 8.9. And just as soon as I said that, Mike Dam making his presence known tonight as he goes up to that third spot with a 1 minute 8.440. So Mike Dam going to be continuing to dial in his car now as he's moved all the way up to the third spot, 8.4, but still 8/10 back from the best overall time tonight. Let's see, Mike able to do that on lap number 12. He's out there on lap number 13. See if this one turns out any better. He's coming down the corkscrew right now. If lap number 13 is a lucky one for Mike Dam, is he going to have an answer for Pat and Andrus, the first and second place drivers? He's not on this lap. He's going to spit out around that final corner. And Pat, in the meantime, continuing to add some pressure there. He's now within a half a second of that top spot. Pat Iannucci has improved his time to a 1 minute 8.1. So he is really getting close to joining Andrus there in that 7-second time frame that it's going to require to be at the top of the order here tonight. Robby heading to the start-finish line now. Let's see what kind of lap we can turn here. Lap number 14 is a 9.5. So a nice improvement there for Robby Unser. Continuing to improve as he gets dialed into the course conditions here. In fact, that'll be our number 10 spot. So our top 10 now, all under 1 minute 10 seconds. It takes a 1 minute 9 second lap to get yourself in the top 10 in our overall standings here for this evening. Our top 5 drivers sitting in the 1 minute 8 second laps. And of course our leader in the 1 minute 7 second range. Only had 2 top times so far this evening. Sean Cole in early, able to pick up that early lap leader. And then Andrus came in and nobody's had an answer for Andrus so far.
Go left.
Andrus not giving up and not satisfied, sitting on that 7.6. He is still out on track. He has turned 40 laps so far in our first hour of competition here at the Ricmotech Hotlap Challenge here for our Wednesday Humpday Challenge. Gonna see if he can improve on that 7.6 with Pat and Mike Dam chasing him up the ladder here. Knows he can't sit there for long if conditions improve on track. And there may be some opportunity actually with a couple more hours here left in time for folks to turn laps. I'm showing the in-sim time, so in other words the time of day that the simulator is showing here is showing 4 o'clock there, and one would think as it continues to get into the afternoon hours in even the virtual Laguna Seca that maybe the ambient temperature is going to go down as the sun goes down. That track temperature may go down, which typically will increase grip here in the sim, and so could be some opportunities here later in the session for folks to pick up time with improved conditions. On the other hand, as you watch some of the drivers going around the track here tonight, you see some of that dirt getting spread out into the corners, and that could make some of the handling characteristics of the corners a little tricky as well. I had a new driver join us in the top 10 there. Andy Hunter has turned in a lap of a 1 minute 8.7. We got a couple of drivers there with 8.7s. Craig Forsyth currently 5th with a 785, and Andy Hunter now right behind him in 6th place with an 8.792. So great close battle between those two drivers as they sit just a 10th behind 4th place Sean Cole. And then Mike Dam currently holding 3rd place with his 1 minute 8.4. He needs about 3/10 to catch Pat Iannucci there in 2nd place. And Andres continuing to lead the way with that 7.6. Oh yeah, I see Kelly Jones and Robby Unser pulling off to a little side chat room there, maybe strategizing a little bit about car setups, and I'm sure those guys will maybe even share something with the group as they get a little more satisfied with the way the car is handling for them. But we continue to watch our top 10 battle here online. Let's see, what is it going to take to stay in that top 10? Are we still in the 109s? Yes. Kelly Jones in that 10th spot right now. Robby Unser 1 spot out of the top 10. But a 109.5 is what it takes to be in the top 10 of this group running here tonight at Laguna Seca, WeatherTech Raceway. In the IndyCar. A lot of fun, good combination here. Continue to have folks joining in. Mike Dam has moved up to the 2nd spot. There it is. A 108.1. So Mike Dam now moving just a little bit ahead of Pat Iannucci, his 18th lap on track. Mike Dam able to climb up to that 2nd place finish, still a half a second off of our leader. And I know Mike's not going to be satisfied with that. He'll be heading back out here in just a minute. But a 108.1, just a half a tenth ahead of Pat Iannucci, 2nd place.
Well, great job there. We see Mike Dam has moved himself up into the number 2 spot with that 108.118, just a half a tenth ahead of Pat Iannucci, but he still needs to find another half second if he wants to take away that top spot from Andres. And Andres not giving up. He's out there on track, still trying to improve on his earlier lap. That 107.6 still our top time for the evening.
Hey, we're happy to have some of the new folks in, and while Sean has stepped away from the broadcast for a moment, I'm going to answer a couple of the questions I see that have popped up here. So Todd is asking, is this qualifying and is there a race later? So part of the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge is essentially we're going to have about 3 hours here of folks just running hot laps, exactly what you're saying, trying to turn in their best possible time. There's some bonus points to be awarded if you are if you hold the top overall time, even for a single lap. These drivers earn some bonus points for that, and then at the end of sort of this open you could call it qualifying or this practice period. We're going to take the top 3 drivers who are entered in this Ricmotech Hotlap Challenge and give them an opportunity to run for the top overall, we'll call it challenger for the evening. 3 drivers with the 3 best times will get 8 minutes to individually set their best laps in our final runoff during the final hour of the practice session this evening. So all of these drivers out there want to make sure that they who are competing for the season points overall will be looking to make sure they have an opportunity to compete in that challenge at the end. And we also have a Joker prize, I guess you could call it. I believe for this evening, Frank has announced that the number 9 finishing overall time will get the Joker bonus points for the evening. So just one way that Frank uses to kind of mix things up. You don't always have to be the fastest time or even in that top 3 runoff at the end of the evening. But 9th place overall tonight, going to earn some bonus points as well.
Yeah, it's a hot lapping leaderboard competition, Todd. I'm not sure about this view. What's the problem? Okay, I'm back, but I've run into a new problem. Oh, I've been knocked back to 4th.
Yeah. We got Mike Dam has moved up to 2nd overall there. Shaun, he's got that 8.1. He's a half second out of the overall lead. Pat Iannucci, of course, a half a tenth behind him. Oh, and now Mike Dam has moved into the 7s, but it's not enough. He's still 2.5 tenths shy of our overall leader, but Mike Dam now with a 7.863. So he is closing in on Andrus, but that 7.6 still our top time.
So a great effort there by Mike Dam. Now our second driver in the 107. He has a 107.8. Still needs another 2.5 tenths to catch up to Andrus if he wants to get that top time and those bonus points for having led this evening. But Mike Dam making it even closer now is still in second place, but he's cut it down to just 2.5 tenths.
Tim,
Well,
I
that's
think
terrific.
we're okay because it's not actually the same stream. I'm not using a stream duplicator like Restream. So I think since even though it's the same angle, same camera, it is an independent stream. I don't think they can do anything about that. I don't know. I'm going to have to check with my Twitch guru, Devin. I have a huge problem. I got my cup of coffee, and I realized I had no cream. Alright, this is a little front steery, isn't it? Yeah, and I,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so my coffee's too hot to drink and I need to get cream. So I figured I'd come back and do another session till I'm sweating, and then I will go feed the dog and grab cream.
Well, Shaun, I see some of the strategies that the drivers are employing who are out there trying to compete for some of these top times. You know, they're making sure
You got a slow car
as
on the
best as
left.
they can that they get some good spacing. They build in some margin between them and the other cars on track so they can try to get a good and clean and a clear lap in, unimpeded, so they can try to put down a quick lap. And of course, the more folks joining in is making that more challenging. As our top drivers are catching some of the slower drivers now, and that's you know, when we're talking about hundredths of a second separating some of these drivers, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it is a big factor, and you know, sometimes we do this these events and a draft is critical, and other times having a car anywhere near you is just the worst thing ever. Today is definitely one of those days. And Laguna's not a huge track, so when it gets crowded, it can be a challenge to find some space. And, you know, one corner holding you up, that is the end of that hot lap. Or in my case, one more spin.
Oh, we got all 3 simulators there at Ricmotech in Miami, fully occupied. So it looks like we got 3 different drivers there working on their own laps there in the live sim racing room at Ricmotech. And I see Kelly Jones keeping an eye on the drivers and what folks are doing out there. And Robby Unser still out there trying to set some lap times as well. Those 2 guys both running 109.5, which is impressive enough lap times to keep them in like the 10th and 11th place spots. But it's up at the top of the leaderboard where we're keeping our eyes on Andres.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Lassans. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly for Andres, but he has had that 7.6 lap time as our leader now for quite a while, probably almost an hour there at the top of the field. And Mike Dam has come in now, moved himself into that 2nd spot with 7.86. Patton's sitting there in 3rd with that 8.1. And Don, now you've rejoined us on track here. There's nothing to be embarrassed about on that 4th place spot with an 8.6, but you got David Brunell right behind you, just 200ths of a second. So,
you know, it's really sad though, Jeff. You wouldn't believe how many of these events I've finished in 4th. Just out of the hot lapping. Oh! This setup's much more twitchy than mine. Not sure if I'm going to get there faster with this or getting a little more out of mine.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you affiliated? You're not affiliated with Ricmotech, right? Just Extreme Motorsport?
Right.
Okay.
Although I am a customer, so you know, I think Frank would allow me to claim to be affiliated in that standpoint. I am using, in fact, I just have. I'm my 2nd month now of using one of Frank's direct drive wheels, and it's really made a big difference. So much fun, and a little bit of a learning curve. You know, kind of get used to the feedback and getting the settings all right and everything. But I'm really enjoying it so far.
That's excellent. I did notice that Craig Forsyth has jumped into the 4 spot.
Oh, yes, indeed. Craig Forsyth with a 108.4. Oh, and now we have a new leader. Mike Dam has done it on lap number 29. He has moved himself up to the top spot with a 107.572. So just a half of a tenth is enough to move Mike Dam into that top spot.
Mike Jean-Claude Van Damme. You just have to drive a little faster.
Wow. Well, Andres is not giving up. He is out there. Let's see. In fact, he has run 51 laps, and he's just. I think he's looking for the right opportunity with a clear enough track to try to improve on his own lap time.
Look at everyone driving out of Ricmotech. Kelly, are you with us or are you on the phone? I don't hear you though.
Well, great job, drivers. Boy, it has just gotten more exciting at the top of the field. Mike Dam getting it done on his 28th lap. Mike Dam taking the top spot with a 1 minute 7.572. That's the new time to beat for all of our drivers this evening, as he's just a half a tenth ahead of Andres in that number 2 spot.
Frank, are you there? Did I hear you, Frank, talking?
I am here.
Oh,
Can you please move film on a very fast lap?
So, Kelly is helping Robby resolve some technical audio issues.
No problem. Sorry, I didn't see you behind me, man.
Gotcha. That's what's
That's
up.
why Robbie's not with you guys
Yep.
either.
It's
Good luck
funny.
on the rest of your lap.
I was about to say, Robbie's being strangely quiet today.
Yeah.
Frank, everyone was giving me a hard time for this ridiculously large wheel, and they're like, "Why don't you own a Ricmotech formula wheel of some kind?" You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was up on my Optimum by like half a second.
Give me a minute.
I could have gotten the 7s and I screwed up coming out last score.
I'll come back and we'll get back to the subject.
Hope it wasn't me that jinxed you.
Copy that.
All right.
Nah, it was just me. Beat myself.
Alright.
I think I finally got a setup I finally like.
So 33 drivers joining us here so far this evening, Shaun. That's a nice turnout for a Wednesday evening.
Makes me feel better about being dropped to 5th.
Absolutely, nothing to be embarrassed about there, that's for sure. Track continuing to get a little bit cooler now. I'm showing a track temperature on my screen of 91 degrees. A little bit earlier, about a half an hour ago, track temperature was 94. So, as the in-sim time gets a little more towards the evening, that sun maybe moving a little lower in the sky, we'll see if conditions continue to improve. Should give some folks some opportunities to improve their times. In fact, our former leader, Andrus, has dropped his time. Now, not enough to catch Mike Dam, but he has lowered it to a 7.622. He had a 637, and he lowered it to a 622.
5 laps of fuel.
So showing he's still got some time left.
Brutal.
Craig Forsyth very nearly into the 7s now. He's on a 108.0, so great job there by Craig. Currently holding that 3rd spot over Pat Iannucci, who has slipped a little bit, but he's not far out of the 7s either with a 108.1.
Forsyth, that's another racing name.
Indeed.
Keep hitting that curve.
You can always hear me now, and we'll count the Okay, so only push the top when I got a top. I hope I remember that. Okay. We're going to have to reset that for flat, you know what I mean? I've got to remember when you did that.
Hey, Frank, if you can hear us, Robby's chat is working, but it is working within iRacing. So as he's doing press to talk, it is...
Press the damn button, Bobby!
It is talking over the iRacing server. Not that anybody in there is going to object to hearing from Robby Unser during their IndyCar experience at Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
I need to add some front brake bias to this setup.
Well, drivers, Mike Dam continuing to hold that top spot, but Andrus has made it a little bit closer now. He's dropped his time only by of a second there, but he has lowered the second place time now to a .622. So just a half a tenth behind Mike Dam is Andrus, who led pretty much for the first hour. Craig Forsyth, though, making a big move now. He's up to 3rd overall, just ahead of Pat Iannucci, and Craig almost breaking into those 7s as well. He's sitting on a 1 minute 8.080. Pat still hanging on to 4th with that 8.1, and there's a half second back to Sean Cole, who is holding on to that top 5 spot, but only by 0.02 of a second over David Gradil. So David looking to break into that top 5, and he's not far off of it. Andy Hunter, I think, currently sitting in 7th on an 8.7, and then Marshall Alish sitting there on a 9.001. So Marshall very nearly breaking in to the 8s to join the rest of that group there at the top of the field. About 33 folks logged into the server here so far this evening. Glad to have you joining us here for the Ricmotech event.
Hi, Frank. Frank, did you want us watching you, or did you want me to make you go away? I like your shirt. He's not listening.
I wonder where he got that.
I'm thinking maybe I should turn Frank off. Maybe he's not even aware he's on cameras. He's trying to.
He's probably helping out Robby with those audio issues.
We'll take pity on him and move that around so he's not there.
You know, as folks are watching the screens on the top right corner there of the live shots of the Ricmotech shop there in Miami, and those different rigs that you see, he has set up. Frank has a great setup there, so you'll see some of them moving around a little bit left to right. So he's got sort of that full motion rig going on. This neat actuator that I'm sure Frank can tell some more about. That sort of gives you this neat sensation of, you know, when the back of the car steps out, the rear of the rig, you know, slides and shifts a little bit for you, so it gives you that great feedback on sort of the yaw of the car going through the corners. And then some of the other rigs, from say a more basic one that you sort of see in the top right corner with a chair and you know, a more basic stand for the steering wheel, and then sort of an intermediate triple screen setup in that top screen in the gray room as well. So gives you a chance to kind of test out what level of investment equipment is right for you, and what the actual feel and effect is of different types of equipment. So really nice setup that he's got there, and if folks have an opportunity to visit Frank there in his shop, we certainly encourage you to do that. Of course, he also makes a few appearances at different events. I think he was up at the New York Auto Show earlier this year, and had some of his sim setups there. And I know he's been showing up at some of the races at Homestead, which is of course not far from him there in Miami, and inviting folks, race fans who are out watching their drivers at either NASA or SCCA or Porsche Club and BMW events to come out and try their sim rigs at the actual track. So that's kind of a neat thing that Frank does as well.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
That's gonna hurt. Sorry, Black. We just punted Ricmotech Black, I believe that was.
Okay, yep.
We were trying to chase down Ricmotech Red, and then I spun out. My dog is patiently waiting at the bottom of my sim. He knows what time it is. Feed me!
That, or if you're not going to drink that coffee, he will.
Yeah, he loves coffee. Oh, we're chasing John Hill. That's my buddy. Oh, he's going to give way. Think he's going?
Well, for folks who are just tuning in, or maybe are seeing one of these events for the first time, this is the Ricmotech Hotlap Challenge, which we hold on Wednesdays every month. And tonight, we're going to be doing our shootout at the end. If folks are out there sort of trying to set their best possible times now, everybody's shooting, of course, for that top time. There are bonus points to be had by the drivers who have signed up and sort of pre-registered for this series. They've been competing all season long, each month, in the Hotlap Challenge here, and they have been trying to earn some points in a number of ways. Just by participating, they get 3 points. You get some bonus points for being at the top of the leaderboard for at least a lap. And then there's, for tonight, we're giving out a bonus point to the 9th fastest driver when we get to the end of the session. So we will look forward to seeing who is in the Joker spot to pick up 10 bonus points there in 9th overall. And I think in our overall...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. In our overall point standings, of course, Sean Cole at the top of those points with 85 with his consistent driving and participation, picking up some Joker points in the early event. So Sean leading the way, but Mike Dam has moved himself into the number 2 spot, and I see he has got the leader points bonus points for this evening as he's put himself at the top of the order. And I know he'll be looking to challenge Shaun there for the top points. And Pat Iannucci, I believe, is sitting third overall. And so we'll see how this shakes out as we get into the evening. We're about an hour and a half into the session. And Shaun, I was trying to print. Is it at the 3-hour mark that we'll stop and do the top three shootout?
3.5.
About 3.5. Okay. So drivers have about a little under 2 hours left now to
do you have a
qualify for
stopwatch?
the top 30.
Do you have a stopwatch, Jeff?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Did Kevin warn you?
Yes. Yep, that's right. Drivers want to get as many laps in as they can in that 8 minutes when they're going for our top challenge winner. Well, as folks who might be watching in the iRacing Sim and looking at the overall leaderboard, see a couple of names there that you may take note of. Kelly Jones, we're happy to have him with us this evening as they're working on some of their audio issues. But we're looking forward to having Kelly join us again. Kelly has a terrific shop in Indianapolis helping to develop young drivers who are looking to build pro racing careers, and just does a great job with sort of all aspects of drivers training, both in real life racing, but then also using simulator racing as well. And I think that Frank and Ricmotech support them in that effort. And then Robby Unser joined us here this evening, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to hear some more from Robby. And he's also, I know, been not only enjoying some of the sim experience here, but been coaching some young drivers as they develop and finding the sim a great tool to do that. And Shaun, I don't know if you happen to catch this, but there was a great little online article from Auto Week talking about sim racing as a developing ground for race fans, and essentially the article was sort of explaining that IMSA has noticed that gaming is actually bringing fans into the real life series, not so much as drivers, but just as fans. So, even if it's young kids, they get a chance to drive these IMSA cars, and then they see that, hey, look, there's a race at Watkins Glen that's, an hour or 2 hours away. Mom and Dad, I want to go see the cars in real life.
Yep, it makes a more educated fan. That's something we're watching John Hill on track right now. He's a buddy of mine in real life, or in terms I go to races with him and things. And that's one of the conversations we have all the time when we're sitting there watching people thinking, half these people don't have a clue what it's really like or what it really means, or, a lot of the terminology even can all be learned from sim racing. So it does make for a much more educated fan for sure.
Yes. Yep.
Beckley's saying, too much talking. What do you want? More what?
Less talking, more singing, Shaun. You're
singing.
on.
Okay. The sun'll come out. Sorry. Just had to. Alright, I am going to switch to Ricmotech Red.
Well, Shaun, one thing we should talk about is we have a new top time. Not a new top driver, though, because that is Mike Dahum, who has lowered the boom, you could say, on everybody else. He has chopped a half second off of that time now, as he sits on a 1 minute 7.168. Almost a full half second advantage now over Andrew sitting in that second spot.
Brutal. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, so a great job there. Mike Dahum has knocked a big chunk of time off, 4/10 off of his previous best, as he has now set the new top time at a 1 minute 7.168. Everybody's got their work cut out for them if they want to try to earn those overall leader bonus points tonight. But I will note that the track temperatures appears to have continued to drop. Earlier this evening it was around 94 degrees, now sitting on, at 91, and it's getting more and more into the evening, so maybe there's some opportunities yet to throw down some quick lap times for everybody. But a 7.1 now, the time to beat.
All right. Well, Robby, looks like we got you and Kelly back with us. You've been able to watch some of the racing action out there?
I have. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there for a second, so.
Oh, hey, no problem at all. We're happy to have you guys joining us here this evening. And you had an opportunity to get out there on the track yourself. A 109.5 is no shabby lap time at all. It's got you definitely in the top half of the field. It had you there in the top 10 for a little bit, probably sitting around number 12 spot now. With more than 35 people here in the sim. That's a nice showing.
Yeah, not bad, but it's still slow. I mean, it's not second. You know how second really sucks, but you know,
right,
it's still
right.
slow.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting. Oh, Kelly Jones, whoever's been driving. Oh, 109.5. We saw that earlier.
Yep.
And I think Kelly Jones. If somebody's getting into Ricmotech Black, that'd be under the Kelly Jones name. That's Kelly Jones. Kelly, how's it going?
Hey, doing well. I'm actually seated at Frank's desk. So that one of the sims here is racing under my name.
Yeah, we're watching somebody maybe about to get into that sim. Now,
Yeah, I'm actually subcontracting out to the drivers that are visiting here.
Well, that's one way to get past him, right?
All right. Nope, he's not in. Nobody running right now down at Ricmotech. You know who is running though, and it's killing me. Mike Dam.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We got a new second place driver now. Pat Iannucci has not given up. He is back out on the track. He has moved himself up into that number 2 spot with a 7.612.
Wow. All right, now I see somebody about to take off and.
Oh, fine job there by Pat Iannucci. He's moved himself up to that number 2 position, a 7.612. So just 100.
Wow.
That is incredible. Moving himself up just a bit ahead of Andrus. So if Andrus is still with us, if it hasn't gotten too late for him,
I think
over
Ricmotech
there in
Red
Europe,
is running
he's got a little bit
under
of work
Frank
to do to
Rico's name. Is that
reclaim
right?
that second spot.
Yeah, Tim, I'm gonna take care of the dog here in just a minute. Plus, I gotta go get that cream so I can actually get coffee in me. Then maybe we can shed some time. I'm trying to figure out who I want to watch for the next 15 minutes. I see Ricmotech Red pulling away. I think that's who we're gonna have to watch. Ricmotech Red. Have you coached any of these guys yet, Kelly?
No, not yet. I've been spent the last few moments here working with Robby Unser's audio setup, and we got it all straightened out.
Awesome. All right, well, we're gonna follow around. I don't know the name of the guy in Ricmotech Red, and I see somebody else. Oh, are we arguing over Ricmotech Black? I see arguing. They got a little throwdown in the pits. We're going to stick with Ricmotech Red as I step away here for a moment and deal with my dog and my coffee. I'll be right back. Hey, Shaun, Pro Sim. Anybody who wants to join before I step away, I'll just remind you, this is Hotlap Hump Day. Third Wednesday of every month, we do Hotlap Hump Day, hosted by Ricmotech down in Florida. And you see Ricmotech Black, Ricmotech Red up on the camera. Both of those cameras are from Miami Lakes, Florida, Southern Florida, where they are letting their customers and friends of Ricmotech drive simulators in this competition, which we run in conjunction with the Simpit crowd and Extreme Motorsports. And we have our very own Jeff Jacob filling in for Kevin Ford on the mic. Robby Unser is here, and Kelly Jones stepped away from the camera. He's been coaching people down there at Ricmotech, and we'll probably see more and hear more from him as we follow along with that guy in the middle camera. Really getting that wheel off track. You can see the expression of his face. He goes a little off, but he'll get things corrected going underway as the car comes around to the left. But I will step away for just a moment. I will let Jeff and John Hill go around. So I will be right back, you guys. Man.
And right now, driving in Ricmotech Red is Shaun Pottinger.
Okay, terrific.
Shaun says it's his first visit here to Ricmotech.
Sorry, Mike, just one of those things I have to do every time I come out. Just sucks you get one stuck in your splitter and you can't turn.
Oh, Robby Unser showing he's still got some time left out there. Just knocked off 3/10 off of his previous best, down to now a 109.288. That's going to help him move back up into the top 10. So, nice job there, Robby.
Thanks. Could ever do it without mistakes. Might be an okay lap.
That's right. That's right. Well, that I'm watching from the overview camera here, I can see the lines in the corners really darkening up now as that rubber gets put down, and yet it looks like if you're offline at all, you're going to be into the dirt, as folks have really spread a lot of dirt around in these corners.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
Back to the start-finish line there. So, Robby, as you started out today, and then as you start to maybe work on the car a little bit, did you start in any particular place in terms of adjusting the setup, or was it mostly about adjusting the driver to the track and the conditions?
Well, so I picked a setup out of iRacing Sync setup. So mainly just trying to get used to where I am with that.
Okay.
Beyond that, I've noticed that I like a more open diff. I'm more aggressive to the throttle than this guy is. But he's got a really settled car on entry, so.
All right, all right. And I see that we do have some shared setups. Robby, I think you've posted one for folks to try if they want. And Sean Cole has posted one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I posted that one that I was dealing with. I need more fuel.
Well, folks have tuned in and they're wanting to figure out how can I join into this session. We are on the iRacing service, and when you go to the hosted sessions, you look down there you can either search for this session by the track, the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, or look for the Ricmotech Hotlap session. And the password for tonight is IndyCar, all lowercase, so INDYCAR. And if you still want to join in tonight, I think the server still has a little bit of capacity for a few more drivers, but we've got a really nice turnout here for the Ricmotech event. And still, Mike Dam sitting at the top of the order, and just had a spin out around the final corner as he's trying to improve on that. But at 107.168, the time to beat at the top of the order. Pat Iannucci has moved himself up to second place with a 107.612, and then Andres Slasans was our leader for about the first hour with what seemed to be an unbeatable time, but he's now slipped to third, but not very far back with a 7.622. Craig Forsyth is grabbed fourth place with a 108.0, and then about 2/10 back, Andy Hunter has grabbed that 5th spot away from Sean Cole. Sean sitting on an 8.6. I know he's going to be looking to come back here shortly and see if he can rejoin those top 5. David Granil sitting in 7th right now with an 8.6. And then with the driver in that's entered in as Kelly Jones, that's one of the Ricmotech servers, the Ricmotech red screen that you're seeing in the middle window on the live stream right now. That driver has moved that car into the 8.9s. So a nice job there, sitting 8th overall. Ryan Cobb has joined the series. We're happy to have him here this evening. Ryan Cobb, our live race steward for the Extreme Motorsports League. And he serves as our event official, serves as our race steward during the races for the Ricmotech Sports Car Series featuring the Mustang and the Mazda, as well as the Ricmotech GT Challenge featuring the GT3 and GTE cars. That runs on Monday nights. And Ryan Cobb, a big fan of racing and really enjoying, doesn't actually get the opportunity to drive on Monday nights. He serves as the race official and makes sure that the racing is close but clean. And does a great job. And he's doing a great job tonight with a 108.962. That keeps him in the top 10.
That was awesome. All right.
That was equally awesome.
Okay.
Robbie, was that you?
Well, I hit whoever I hit, yeah.
In turn 5 there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who'd I
that was
hit?
Sean.
You?
That was Sean Pottinger.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Sean.
Sean says it's okay.
Is he in the red? Oh, Robbie, see, you're continuing to pick up time, still in the 9.2s, but you've made it a low one at 2:15 now. So, hey, every little bit.
Sure, okay. It sucks. But we'll get there.
Hey, and while we have a minute here, Robbie, let me ask, are we going to have you joining us in Lincoln in about a week and a half for the SCCA Solo Championship?
I don't think I'm making it. In fact, I usually do that, but this year I think we're doing an event somewhere else. So.
Okay. Well, we'll miss you out there. But,
yeah, a fun, God, a busy one.
Yeah. 1,350 folks, I believe, registered this year, and
really?
Should be quite the event.
It's amazing. It really is one of the most competitive things that I've done.
Yeah, it's interesting in that folks would think of it as, hey, these are amateur racers. These are people who do this as a hobby, and they're out there racing between some pylons. But man, there's some intensity that goes on for about 60 seconds there, and the 3 to 6 opportunities that you get to try to set a fastest lap, and they'll all shake hands and support each other as they're standing around in the grid. But when it's competition time and the helmets go on, people are laser focused.
Yeah, and it's really tough. I mean, a lot of the autocrosses that we do, for example, or autocrosses done at, you can run all day, you get multiple laps, you get multiple times. The thing that SCCA is really difficult with is, as you just said, you have 3 laps, a track, and then you go the next day and you see a different track. So
yes,
really difficult to get your best line. I mean, just imagine, let's do this exercise we're doing, you get 3 laps.
Right.
Figure it out. Have fun. Wah! You know, I mean, that's really what that's like. And it's not easy. It definitely is and winning it when I did was one of the proudest things that I did, because it's not easy.
Yeah, and I think you were running in sort of one of the classes that they've created there to try to continue to build interest or build into that interest from things like the Optima series with those classic American muscle cars, as I recall.
Yeah, that Cam series is what we run. Yes, absolutely.
Terrific.
And
it's so much fun getting to see some of those cars out there and the work that people put into them, and then actually get out and compete with them and run in them. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they got a lot of horsepower. I like the resurgence of those old cars in general. You know, just in the market, some of those cars are rival a Ferrari and a good Porsche. To be honest, with what they do to them these days. Whoa! All right. This just ain't gonna be one.
Boy, getting that clear track, so tricky now, especially for the drivers who are trying to compete for some of the top times. Yeah, you wait for that driver to maybe make a mistake and clear the track for you.
Yeah, but that killed that lap, so I thought I was going to be able to clear him before and get a run at the straightaway. Nope. Yeah, this is a very tough track, and these cars really aren't very easy to drive, as you can see by all the dirt everywhere.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and I'm sure drivers are tempted to, come out, you go down that narrow pit lane, and half the battle is keeping it on the paved part to get onto the track to begin with, and not coat your tires in sand right off the start. But then you gotta be, I guess, a little bit patient to get some heat in these tires too.
I'm noticing that, you do need a little bit of time. Not too bad though. I mean,
okay.
For me, the front's weak early. I just got to be careful. Once I feel the front grip, then I know I got tired.
We talked.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, terrific. Hey there, Shaun.
And what have I missed?
Well, hey, we still got, we got Mike Dam. I think he was already at the top spot when you were here. He has lowered that mark to a 107.1.
Oh.
And you've been leapfrogged a little bit there. You're going to need to get back in that seat, unless you're aiming for that 9th place spot. Now, if that's what you're aiming for, you are well on your way, but not quite there yet. But some of these other folks, like Andy Hunter, David Granil, John Hill, have managed to jump ahead of you a bit in the lineup.
All right. Well,
in fact, you're sitting in 8th right now, so you really just need one more driver to jump ahead of you there. Maybe Robby can get that done, and then you'll pick up those Joker points.
I think we're still too early. I think I still need to, at the last minute, it's like spots start jumping at the last minute kind of thing,
Well, the other thing I've noticed, Shaun, is that the track temperature now down to 84 degrees, so it is 10 degrees cooler track temperature than it was when we started almost 2 hours ago.
Okay. That could be a factor for sure. Oh, I didn't turn on my Twitch audio. There we go, Twitch audio back on. Oh, sorry. Oh, is that Robby I'm in the way of?
I'm waiting. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, 2 hours into our session here this evening, and we are so glad that you all joined us. Some great competition going out there, and really appreciate drivers trying to work together as best as you can. Let folks get in some good laps. But Mike Dam sitting at the top of that spot with that 107.168 with the track temperatures continuing to drop. We started this evening at 94 degrees of track temperature down to 84 degrees, and so perhaps still some opportunities out there to lay down some quick laps. Pat Iannucci holds down that second spot at 107.6. He needs a half a second to move on up, and of course Andre did a great job of holding the lead there for the first hour, but now he finds himself in third. and just 1/100th of a second behind Pat. Craig Forsyth holding that 4th spot at a 108.0, and David Grimmett rounding out our top 5 at a 108.1.
Robby, are you still going?
Yeah, I just let everybody go. I didn't want to be in their way.
I'm holding up after 9.
Okay. I'm coming up to the corkscrew right now. Alright, coming down the hill. There you are. Alright, I'm behind you. Okay. Boom. Little bit, not bad though. So Zanardi told me that last corner you lift early and then go flat through it.
I think that's close to what I'm doing. I like really get on the gas early, but I do slow down quite a bit for it. Are you touching the brake?
Very little. And then you're getting way too wide on the first downhill after the
9.
corkscrew. The left. You get out at the left, come out half the width, and you'll find you turn way better.
Too sharp.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Lift, back to flat. I think you go into that.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
They say you cut the course.
Oh.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
It's going to be a 9. Nope. Come out here and then get a long straightaway run.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left. You got a slow car on the left. Car right.
Thank you.
Clear on the right.
Oh, no problem.
You got the run, take it to the right.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh, blow it up, blow it up.
So you need to jump beyond the rumble strip when you go through that right hand. Or up over the track.
I got a what?
You need to be on the rumble
Car
strip
on your
on
left,
the right
clear.
over the track.
Okay, copy that.
Because you're creeping into the corkscrew way too early. Which is why you're going over the right side, cutting it. Hope I don't run out of gas.
I think I've run out.
Get over here, lift, back the throttle. Ah, I'm out again.
Clear.
So right there. So when you're looking from there, where you're at, you want your right front on that rumble strip at the 3. Right? And then you'll crest over and you'll land on the right side, and you'll be able to make that turn.
Okay.
A lot better.
Let's adjust that so it doesn't move.
Because that's actually the only place I'm really running up on you. And then the downhill, once you get down the corkscrew, don't get past the middle of the track to the right.
Okay.
You wanna just kind of go at it straight and lift, and you'll realize that there's a banking there that holds you. Whereas if you go to the right, you miss it.
Okay.
Follow what I mean? You won't get your turn in.
Just off the head.
Right.
And I know that from real life as well. That
one. Curb. Come on. Now I'm early.
Hit it. You hit the fence. Yeah. Reset. You're good?
Hey, Shaun, sorry about that.
No problem. Who? Not me.
Yeah, Shaun.
Nobody did anything to me.
It's Garth.
Huh?
Alright, we're good on our backside. So just feel the front end with the first lap. Not too hard, lift early, squeeze early. I'm third and I hit second right at the end of that. Is that what you do?
I think I've been leaving it in third.
So I drop you in second right at the apex for a split second. It'll help turn you. There you go.
I just got to turn in earlier.
Yeah, turn in earlier, but when you do it, and you're still too far to the right. That was good. Hug the first two, let it pop for the second. Oh man. Dang it.
Come on!
Hey, Jeff, you there?
I am, yes.
Can you please clear black flag on my user account?
Really, bro?
Yes, no problem at all.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm driving too hard right now. Is that you?
Yeah, you gotta take it easy, take off some on the entry. These things are powerful, so don't overdrive the entry, use the power on the straightaway.
Oh, I'm black flag. Yep, that's a sign of me driving too hard when I speed on pit lane.
Are you back there?
I'm coming. I just like to make boyish mistakes so people don't realize how old I am.
Oh, is that what your trick is?
That's how it feels. Just like cardinal sins, you know, don't loop it on the out lap. Oh, as I do it! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm watching you in the mirror now going, alright.
I'm a nightmare! Oh, Andrews
gonna...
hit me. Only because I was going too slow and not paying attention. All right, I'll wait for you to come around. I think is the better way.
Okay, I'm down the hairpin now, or coming into the last corner.
All right, folks. Well, Mike Dam continues to hold that top spot with that 107.1 with Pat in second. Andrews still in third, but it's Ryan Cobb now. Moved himself up to fourth. So Ryan Cobb showing he is not just a pretty face as the steward of the Ricmotech GT Challenge and Sports Car Series, but in fact he gets that behind the wheel. That 108.0 now good for fourth place. Greg Forsythe sitting in fifth also with a 108.0. And then David Grinnell in sixth, Andy Hunter seventh, Christopher Laria moving in eighth, I believe right now. John Hill in ninth, and Sean Cole is 10th overall.
John Hill, good luck in your Lionheart. John Hill's leaving us. I need his spot. I need the number 9 spot.
Stop on the right.
All right, now you got something to shoot there for Sean. It's only 300ths of a second between you and John Hill. No,
You got a slow
place
car on the
joker
left.
points.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
Ricmo Red goes around.
Go right.
Whoa, what was that?
On the track temperature now, so yep, continuing to cool off.
See right here, just run, lift, right on. Way
Sorry about that, dude. That was all me.
Really rode up on
Greedy, greedy, greedy.
Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
The Kelly Jones car. So that would be Ricmotech Black, I believe. Just jumped up into the 9th spot with the 108.5.
Red, I believe.
Ricmotech Red. Yeah, way to go, Red. Oh, he's got Kelly coaching him as why. Oh, look at that. The proof is in the pudding. Kelly, we need your audio.
Okay, I'm Hot Mike. How's this?
Yeah, you got him running 108.6. You got to tell us. We need to hear what you're telling him.
Oh, actually, that's the other cockpit.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes, it is. And who's that driving there, Frank?
Yeah, that's Sebastian Fraser.
Yeah, Sebastian
Doing
Fraser.
those impressive numbers.
Yeah,
nice.
Now it's not quite as surprising.
Oh,
so
now you want Kelly to turn off his mic.
Now go stand next to him. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm just giving everybody a hard time. I'm doing it out of frustration as I sit in 11th.
So in the Ricmotech Red paint scheme, we've got Sean Pottinger. It's his first time running iRacing, first time using a steering wheel and pedals in a sim.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, that's terrific.
I gotta tell you, his grin is so big, I think you can't even measure it.
That guy messed me up, man.
He's already picking up good racing habits as far as blaming the other driver.
So Sean, the time you're aiming for there, if you want that 9th place spot, those Joker points tonight, is a 108.505.
You got a
have
slow
to
car on
drop
the right.
almost 2/10 to grab that spot.
See, those who can't drive so fast have to really strategize.
All right, kicking off a good lap here. You guys get your warm-up lap in. Now you're out on a hot lap. Sean diving down there in turns 2 and 3 with Robby running in his draft. Going to try to take advantage here.
Drive Robby time that. Well done.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know. I'm all looking ahead only. I have no mirrors.
What is behind me does not matter.
Apex mattered though.
Oh, nice. Down through the corkscrew. Lap number 50 for Sean here. I can feel the magic around
on the
that.
left. Car stop on the left.
Oh, he clears out of the way. That was great. All right. A lucky break there.
For both.
Yeah. A 108.7. And
You got a slow
Robby,
car on the left.
108.8.
You got a slow car on the left.
Oh, very close, Sean.
Go left.
But Robby, your best lap of the evening, so great job there.
Thanks.
Car stops on the right. Go left.
Watch out, they're throwing stuff all over here. Oh, geez, come on. Thank you.
Well, great job, drivers. Really seeing some real effort out there by a lot of drivers. You can see some times drop, even in the middle of the field, as folks have focused on improving their lap time.
That's all right.
The track temperature continuing to drop down to 81 degrees now, but a lot of dirt out there. It's right on the line. It looks good with the rubber down, but man, offline at all, there's just sand all over the place at this point. Well, we got Mike Dam continuing to hold that top spot at that 107.1, and that's the time to beat now. We've got a half-second margin there over second and third place.
It would have been nice to have pulled off the track for everybody. That would have been probably proper.
Oh, Sean, now you've overshot your mark a little bit there.
I want to get
108.3, so that's like a 3/10 drop for you. Actually moves you all the way up to 8th place, just ahead of that Ricmotech red car, I believe. Yes, the one that's labeled as Kelly Jones in the session. They are in the 9th spot at this point.
Yeah, so I need to drop another position. I need to wind up, magically wind up in 9th tonight. 108.3, that's 1.2 seconds off the likes of Mike Dam. Mike, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were going left.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Willie. Slow is fast, indeed. I'm driving very, I'm still driving a little GT3-ish, and I'm not being as smooth as I need to be in this car. You know, and then you bring on the twitchiness after you found the smooth, not try to bring in the smooth from erratic driving. That's what I feel like I need to be doing. That is where the big wheel's helping me a little bit. The poor guy in the back with the little single screen. Meanwhile, he's next to the guy in the badass triple screen monitors with like 0 bezels almost. Oh, let's get a little of this coffee now that it has the right flavor. Coffee, the drink of champions, of course. You hear that from F1 drivers every day. Hi, Max. What's up, monkey?
Well, look at that. Andrus, who was our early leader for about the first hour tonight, has not given up. He is back in the sim, and I believe despite being in Europe and therefore now silently into the middle of the night, he has come back now and thrown down a 107.4. So he has dropped 2/10 off of his prior best time, and he's now almost exactly 3/10 off of Mike Dam.
Well, looks like a little bit of movement there in our top 3 with Mike Dam still holding down a top spot, but now only 3/10 ahead of Andrus. Andrus, good job, man. Must be the middle of the night, I suspect, where you're at over there in Europe, but just 3/10 back now as he drops it down to a 107.466, and that'll have him a 1/10.5 ahead of Pat Iannucci. And see, before he checked out, Ryan Cobb threw down into the 7th, 107.989.
You got a slight car on the left.
Great job there, and Craig Forsyth continuing to hang on to that 5th spot with a 108.080. David Grinnell sitting in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place, just a 10th, less than a 10th back, really, of Craig. Andy Hunter sitting there in 7th, Sean Cole in 8th, and then the Kelly Jones car, which is the Ricmotech Red simulator factored in Miami. The driver in that simulator has put that car into the 9th spot, which just happens to be the Joker points for this evening, the bonus Joker points right now being held down in the Ricmotech room. So impressive job there. We'll see if that holds up. Rounding our top 10, Christopher Larrera in the with a 108.505.
Do you know if they're running VR on any of the rigs, even once we can't see it, Ricmotech?
Yeah, I don't know. Not like you said, not.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left. You got a slow car on the left.
Oh, car, please. That hurt. That hurt. That's when you wish you didn't have a direct drive wheel. Oh, I'm wrecking a lot of cars on outlaps. That's not good. Robbie, have you done any more to that setup? I had to give it more front brake bias and I had to tone down the acceleration, so I'm on like the whippiest version of that setup now.
I put more front wing to it. I've got a good car, I just can't make a frickin' lap.
Yeah, I feel like my problem is really me, not the car so much. Like,
Right.
You know, it's like, well, yeah, but everything it's doing wrong is when I induce it.
Right. That's what I'm. Or traffic or something gets me. You know?
Yeah.
But I'll share when we get done with this. I'll share this one with you. It feels like the car's good to me. This one, you'd do a lot better in it than I am.
Oh, we're behind Ricmo Red. All right. Oh, off the track. Oh,
Go there.
Car, please.
What do you drive for Penske?
The privileged few.
You're looking a lot better here, and you started. Well, that was weird. I don't think your front end,
Left
although
side.
it doesn't look bent.
I goosed it
Clear.
pretty hard off the corkscrew.
You
Jump.
did, but you don't look bent.
Okay.
Let me see. You
Right
don't look
side.
bent.
All right.
Clear.
We'll continue on.
Yeah. Get
Oh,
out of that
oh.
guy's way. Yeah, get a good run off of this thing. EV in, really get a good run. Yeah, we'll try one more.
Doug Pauly, we're going till 6:30 for the final four, or final three.
Yeah, you got a front end, don't you?
So about another hour.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd have to look
So
at my
that'll
log.
be 6:30 West Coast time, 9:30 East Coast time.
Whoa, what?
Go right.
Good save.
Come on, come on.
Car stop on the right. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, boy. We're just going to play pass back.
It's the same spot. Oh, late. Not a good lap, though. But a fun lap.
Right?
Oh, and then I looped it, but that's okay. That one. Okay.
You're resetting.
Yeah.
Freshen up
There
that
you are.
car.
There you are. Oh, I probably sped. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's this button on my wheel even.
Dude, I set mine on automatic. I got tired of that guy. I haven't met a driver yet that goes slow out of the pit, so
Nope.
it'll be automatic.
That's where, like,
done.
the NASCAR side of me, I forget that
Right
we
side.
have such controls.
Clear.
Oh no!
Go right.
All right.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
What in the world are these guys doing? Alright, give these guys a little bit of room so that we don't have them up our... that. And you can trim a little there. That's the one you're not.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time
How
game.
did I get a cut there? That was weird. Whoa, was that?
I'll wait
That was
for you.
scary. I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh.
We're good. We're good.
You're good on your cut?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
my
we're hitting
front
the 1 hour remaining mark here, so still 1 hour to go. Track temperature down to 79, so it's come down quite a bit from when we started this evening. Drivers still looking for opportunities to get some clear track and lay down a quick lap, but no, I don't think any big movement there at the top of the leaderboard, and still some opportunities there. The 9th spot, folks are... Oh, Andy Hunter now. I take that back because Andy Hunter moves himself up to the 4th spot just ahead of Ryan Cobb. So great job there, Andy, on that 107.8 lap. And about 7/10 back. Got overall race leader Mike Dale. And Sean Cole sitting there in 8th. The Kelly Jones car from the Ricmotech Red vehicle currently in that 9th Joker bonus point position with a 108.4. There's some folks behind him still have an opportunity to improve and try to steal those points away.
Oh, come on, Cole. I just drove. That was so dumb. Oh, and rolled it. AE86. Password is IndyCar. IndyCar. Okay, I think I have to cool down to go fast. Cool down to go fast. I've been considering a portable air conditioning for my...
Right?
Yeah, it's... Or I was actually going to do a show and I was going to build a cool suit for my racing in the rig.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, I already have the shirt, so I figure all I have to do is buy the thermos since I can't steal the one from the car. And then I can just put a DC converter on it. So, kind of elaborate, but I'm hot, so it would be nice.
Yeah, I'm a bit sweaty myself.
So let's see, who should we spy? I spy, you know, Ricmotech Black has been... are we sure? Oh, actually, that is, Ricmotech Red is now, I believe. That is Sergio Perez, right? In Rick.
That is Ricmotech Red. We've got Sebastian driving.
And that would be... That's actually the Frank Rico account, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Frank Rico's account. Sebastian's driving.
Okay, copy. Okay, there we go. All right, then Sean's gonna cool down and say hi. Oh, Doug Hawley made it in. So my strategy is working wonderfully, though. I am in an 8th. We need one person to actually go faster. I'd like to go faster, though, so we're gonna need a few people to go faster as well. But I'd love to see those Joker points and prevent Mike Dam from taking the lead in the championship. I'm dependent.
Yeah, was it? I think that's 10 points for the Joker position. That could be a big help.
Yeah, it's one of the only reasons I'm in the lead right now. I got a Joker early on. I mean, I keep finishing at 4th or 5th, so I've scored good points. I've made the top 3 by default once or twice. Not by default, because others weren't there to defend their spots. So I jump up from 4th or 5th, but...
Sure.
And then I think I make sure to always get here first so I can get the bonus lap.
Oh, why is it always you're on your good one when you run out of gas?
Oh. Actually, we're going to switch and watch Robby Unser.
Oh, great. So I'll knock down everything. Better tell the people in the stands and they're back a couple
I'll be right back, you guys. caused me a little problem. Just hit me in the leg. It's got cold. Cup.
Well, Robby, no lack of effort on your part tonight as you're out there on lap number 72.
Really? Well, that's...
So which setup's better, Robby or Shaun? Who's faster?
Although, as I look through some of our drivers here, let's see, David Granil is on lap 99. That's impressive. Now he's sitting up there in the top 10, but that is quite a few laps. And Shaun's turned in 62, but he's taken a couple breaks, so he hasn't been on full-time. Phil Scruton, 98 laps, and he's sitting there in about the top 15. For Phil, Andy Hunter just went by the start-finish line. He's on lap 75, and he is sitting 4th overall with that 107.8. So, well, he certainly put in the time this evening.
Yeah.
Let's see what our leader, Mike Dam, came in after the session had been up for an hour. He's turned 57 laps, so he's been out there putting some time in. How about Andrus? Now, in from the very beginning, 105, yeah, so, and just ran his fastest lap with a 107.397. So
wow.
He's chopped a little more off, but still 0.23. So just over 0.2 of a second out of the lead. Man. Oh, and he cuts down some more, a 0.261. Things are getting serious at the top of the board now. Hopefully, we'll see if Mike Dam is still connected, because his lead is now under threat. Just 1/10 of a second. Now, it's the Mike Dam advantage. No, he is not currently in the server. So we'll see if maybe he's taking a little dinner break there, see if he comes back in. But the threat now from Andrus, who is looking to reclaim the top spot, maybe trying to take advantage of the cooler weather conditions out there, trails by just 1/10 of a second. Wow.
Well, things getting exciting at the top of the order here in our final hour of sort of qualifying time, or these hot lap times, with Mike Dam's lead now cut down to just 1/10 of a second. Andrus, what a great job. Comes in now, he had chopped it down to a 107.3. Now he's down to a 0.261 to Mike's 0.168. That's less than 1/10 of a second between those two drivers. And man, it's going to come down, I think, to even the final minutes here, as maybe with temperatures continuing to improve, and Andrus turning about 107 laps here so far, is certainly putting in the work to earn that top position.
Robby, I see you've continued to drop off some time too. You had a series of 3 laps there, looked really good, an 8.8, an 8.7, and then an 8.6.
Yeah, I wish those were 2/10 every time, and then I'd be okay.
Well, still holding on to 12th overall there, and man, just not quite 2/10 out of the top 10.
I know. boy.
Let's go.
Dang, that'll get you.
Not a problem.
Oh, Andrus is out there looking for that last tenth that he needs to take back over the top spot, and he took a little pause there in the little straightaway leading to the final corner, made sure he was going to get a good clear track ahead, and then took off, and now he's out there trying to lay down a hot lap right now. We're going to see if he can grab that top spot back from Mike Dam. He needs to find another 10 out there. Pretty clear track so far, looking good as he heads up the straightaway. Yep. Makes that corner nice, taking the speed up to the corkscrew. Let's see how he gets through the corkscrew. Nice turn in there, right down to the apex. Looks good. Oh, but is he going to get held up? There's a car just ahead of him. Yes, yep. Oh, that is too bad. Don't know if he had any advantage going there, but caught some slower traffic. That's going to be one of the challenges, I think, for these final top laps. Yes, Frank, go ahead.
Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I copy you, Frank. Go ahead.
Hey, user Adrian Chavez got disqualified.
Okay, let's see if I can
Are you able to
bring him back in here. Sure.
Happens when you drive with a black flag. Too long.
Should be good.
All right, all set. Thank you so much.
Can I get my black flags cleared? Can I get cleared?
Hey, yeah, no problem, Andy. Let me get on that right now.
Thank you. Yeah, I got DQ'd accidentally.
Oh, we had a few more drivers continue to improve their time, and Andy Hunter running up into 4th now with a 7.8, so he's just 2/10 behind Pat Iannucci. Greg Forsyth is up to 5th. He's just ahead of Ryan Cobb with that 7.9. Cobb, the other driver in the 7s with his 7.989, and then David Grunell sitting there with that 8.1 just outside of the 7s. Sean Cole sitting there with that 8.3. And still in that eighth spot. So looking to see if anybody's going to be able to, Sean at this point maybe hoping to be knocked down into 9th so he can pick up those Joker points. But right now those Joker points going to the Kelly Jones entry, which is one of our entries there in Miami at the Ricmotech Sim Racing Center there. They got the 3 Sims running tonight. And I don't know, we'll have to consult with Frank later about how he might assign those Joker points if it goes to one of the in-person sim racers there in Miami.
What are you doing, dude? Or 99, sorry.
Now I see that the Frank Rico entry, so again, one of our sort of live sim racers there in Miami at the Ricmotech shop has moved that sim up ahead of Kelly Jones just by 1/1000th of a second. So those two, the 2 sim racers there at the Ricmotech shop, that number 999 entry and the number 1 entry are those have drivers jumping in and out of them as folks have popped into the shop there to participate in tonight's event. And I see those 2 sims are right on top of each other time-wise at this point.
Yeah, we're working on an in-house rivalry here.
Nice. Now neither one of them, though, quite able to meet Sean's wish that they would jump ahead of Sean and knock him down to the 9th place point so he could have those bonus points, running just a little shy of Sean's time there in 8th. Great participation here this evening. Looks like we've had about 45 drivers join us here for the Ricmotech Humpday Hotlap Challenge, and man, the top of the order has remained, largely the same in terms of the names up there. Now their order has shuffled around
that you were really early
a little
breaking
bit,
there.
but Andrus still looking for an opportunity, looking for the right clear track opportunity, hoping to catch Mike Dam. He's cut Mike Dam's lead down to just 1/10 of a second, but as I've been watching him try to whittle those times back down to claim that last 10th, the main challenge he's running into at this point is traffic. So we're going to see if he can get the right combination of hitting the marks on track and a lack of interference. And let's see, right now, Pat Iannucci not logged in to the server. We'll see if he comes back here in a little bit, but not in there to try to defend at this point his third place time from Andy Hunter, who sits in fourth, just 0.2 behind Pat. And Mike Dam had stepped away for a little bit. Yeah, still away. I'm showing him not logged into the server at the moment. So we'll see if he comes back in to defend his top position from Challenge. Andrews coming around to the start-finish line right now, as a matter of fact. There he's in with a 107.5, so 0.3 off of his previous best. He's in the ballpark, but still not yet finding that lap that he needs to catch Mike at the top of the order. And Craig Forsyth holding on to that top 5 spot with that 107.916. So anybody just looking maybe for the to break into that top 5, you got to be in the 107s if you want to run with that crowd. Several drivers running strong in the 108s, including Sean Cole there with an 8.3, so he's tantalizingly close to the 7s as well. And of course, the folks there in Miami at the Ricmotech Sim room have also broken into the 8s with 8.4s for both of them, just 1,000 between those two rigs. And John Hill running there in the 8s. Robby Unser's gotten it into the 8s, 108.6. And Phil Scritton as well. Oh, there we are. We have a new leader, a 107.088 for Andrews. It comes on lap 119. And man, he just had to get the right brakes in traffic, but he gets it done. And we have a new overall leader, the number 99 car.
Say, Doug.
Andre Lassans. I'm probably totally slaughtering that name, and I apologize for that. But our new leader by a little less than a 1/10 of a second, about 88 thousandths of a second, is the difference there between Mike Dam and Andres for the 1 and the 2 spot. Just an amazing battle there.
So we got a new leader on lap 119, so no lack of effort there by Andres tonight, and he takes that top time back at a 107.088. Quite the effort there, and found some clear track and hit all the right marks. So we new overall leader by just about 80 thousandths of a second.
I see no one's knocked me back tonight, though. Do I have to take another? Do I have to take another break?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I'll tell people a little story as I sit here on pit lane. Why I was on a longer break than I expected just then. Oh, did you change cars, Robby? No, that's somebody else. Okay. I saw a red car. I was like, is that Budweiser? I race on a Lemons team or Lucky Dog or Chump Car, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And all the guys I race with have better paying jobs than I do. So when we go do these events, they all stay at hotels. Well, I can afford the racing, I just can't afford everything else. So I sleep in my car. Happily. I have a hatchback, so it's pretty comfortable. Anyway, I just bought like a half tent, not to sleep in, just to have cover to cook and stuff, and some chairs. It just showed up, so I had to go play with my new toys.
Oh, nice, nice.
That's why I was away a little longer than expected. I think tonight after we're done here, I'm actually going to go do a dress rehearsal and get my car all ready to go and be like, all right, that's the Hilton. That's the Cole Hilton.
There you
right
go.
There.
That's right. That's right.
So, and that is not a woe is me story of any kind, by the way. I actually love sleeping at the track. So it's part of my experience of going to a race weekend, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you get the advantage of, hey, you can wake up 5 minutes before you gotta be on grid, and all the all that extra beauty rest, you know, before you have to get ready to go.
I don't have to waste energy driving into town. You know, Laguna, there's not really a hotel anywhere near it. Well, I mean, fairly near. But the nearer, the more expensive. So it's like, I can skip all that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Very much so. Small sacrifice. Whatever it takes. Now I'm going to go break my lap record here, but...
Okay.
Now it's just going to take me out of that ability to get position, though. Because I'm going to get up to 7th or 6th, maybe. I'm going to go fast.
You're going to go for it? All right,
I'm
all right.
Fast.
Well, believe it or not, Sean, you're still sitting there in 8th, but yet another driver has come up behind you there. Christopher Larrera has come up with a 108.443 to slot in between you, and then both of the Ricmotech Sims are also right behind you. They're separated by just 1,000th of a second. So the number 999 car is on a 476, and the number 1 car is on a 477.
I wonder if that's Sergio on both rigs.
Good question. Good question. That would be something, wouldn't it? If he ran basically the identical times on 2 different rigs.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh, that's not how you go fast.
Oh.
Hey, Robby, I was going to ask you as you get ready to go out on another lap here. So, you know, when you're talking about sim racing or talking about real life racing, and you get into, you know, this kind of mode where you're just looking for that last half a tenth, that last 1/10, and you're out there turning laps. You know, I imagine it's easy to fall into a pattern where what you really end up doing is just repeating the same thing over and over, as opposed to having some kind of a plan for saying, this is where I'm going to try to find that 1 more 10. I'm wondering maybe how do you avoid that mindset where you just get locked in and you're actually just repeating the same thing over and over again,
You got about 2
as
laps
opposed to
of fuel left.
trying something new.
Well, I think it's a plateau.
Dude, come on.
Climb a
The
plateau.
car's wrecked, you don't turn it over.
Figure out how to get to the next. You level out, you know what I mean? So how do you keep moving
Sorry, David.
the ball forward, so to speak?
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of it is at that point, you really got to rely on your team, your engineers, hopefully pointing out where you're leaving it on the table. You know, because that's what you need to know. Is it the drive? Is it the car? Are we down on the straightaways? Are we down on, you know, what point are we down? Where do we need to get better? As a driver, yeah, it's very hard to keep yourself pushing. And as we've all found that have driven, sometimes you overdrive going too slow. You know what I mean? You got You've got to learn how to get into that rhythm and almost let the car do it. So it is a very difficult thing to do.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
You know, it's experience. A lot of it, I think. A lot of it's experience. And, yeah. You know, you got to cut it tough. We all end up doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, you brought up the autocross thing. That's what I noticed big time with the autocross is how do you push yourself all the time, get the most out of the car, but not overdrive it, right? Because, man, you can't hit those cones, you know what I'm saying? That costs you more than you. So, there you go. It's not really an easy deal.
Thank you, George. Until I scoot it up.
You know, I find the hardest thing is to figure out, you know, what are you doing wrong when you're doing it wrong. You know, when are you pushing too hard?
Yep.
When you just gotta, sometimes you gotta go
Right side.
like Shaun keeps doing, get up, go to the
Clear on the right.
With that reset button, absolutely. Well, you know what? It has worked for Shaun because I see he's chopped off some more time. He's actually chopped off about 3/10 now, and right on the edge of being one of our 107 drivers, a 108.061. Great job.
I really want to see a 107. I really do.
Car stop on the right. Go left.
I had it. It was all in the last corner, turn 11. I gave it all away.
Yeah, that one will do it.
Well, and that means, Shaun, you moved up to the 7th place position, so congratulations, but too bad, because you're a little further from that Joker spot. Now, Christopher Larrera, on the other hand, has inherited that Joker spot. I'll have to see if he's one of our registered competitors here, and if he's going to pick up some bonus. But no, I don't see him on the registered list, so but right now he's the one sitting in that 9th place spot with the Joker points available to him.
Left side.
Sorry,
Clear.
Doug.
Sorry, Shaun.
I just said the same to you. I just said the same thing to you. Oh, that didn't work.
You got a slow car on the right.
Oh, there I go wide again.
Left side. Clear.
I feel like that commercial. Don't mess with my discount. Sorry, Doug.
That's right.
All right, TikTok, 23 minutes till we break it down to the final. I can't remember. Does he give them 8 or 10 minutes, Robby? Do you remember?
I thought it was 10.
I think, I actually, when we were talking about the other night with Frank, I think it was 8 minutes.
8? Okay. Well,
Yep.
also it depended on our track, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
It's
Right.
track
right.
time.
Yeah.
So if we're running, what are these guys running? How long? Well, take a look when one of us
I mean,
pulls out.
that would give them a good chance. At 8 minutes, they'd get at least 6 laps in, and assuming they don't stop.
Would they? Okay. Yeah, I would think that'd be fine. Your out laps.
About a
Almost,
minute 18.
yeah. Right?
And then the actual laps have been in the 107s for the top drivers.
So yeah, I think, yeah.
They'd get about 6 shots at it, maybe 5 if they decide to reset the car or something. So.
I think they need 5 laps to be, you know, fair.
Yep.
Robby, you've been moving
Personally.
up the leaderboard every time we do these events, huh?
I'm trying.
Ah,
What
yeah, look
I'm
at that.
excited about is I got my Sims finally headed from Florida to New Mexico.
Oh, awesome.
So I am
Alright.
super happy that I might be actually sitting in a race car seat
Oh, that'll make it much
with
better.
one of these next month. Yeah, I think so.
Just so you know, the guy just ahead of you, only by like 3 100ths, is John Hill, and he runs these cars. He's a pretty fast driver, and he runs these all the time. So he's very familiar with the IndyCar.
Oh, has he run these a lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not easy. These are not easy to drive. In real life either.
Do you prefer cars that are easy to drive or hard to drive?
Well, it's a different type of hard, right? So an IndyCar, once you're at speed and you got downforce, is relatively docile. Getting to speed is very difficult. You know what I mean? It's a very difficult car to learn how to get up to speed.
Right. How to drive around or within all of its
Right.
boundaries.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, I like cars that are hard to drive, but by the same token, they all have a different feel. That's just it. You know, like you made the comment that you had a GT, you know, you were doing a little more, too much GT driving.
Right.
That's the kicker. You know, I've been teaching kids all week on ovals in stock cars.
Uh-huh.
So, very big departure here.
Right. Yeah, totally different driving animal.
Right?
Yeah, it just seems to me the more downforce you're dealing with, no matter what, even in an oval, it's like the more delicate and precise you have to be with your input.
Yes.
You know, and then once you get it nailed, I'm not going to say guys don't drive these things sideways. It's just they're coming from that control side of things.
You'll drive them hard. But, exactly, you got to get used to it.
I don't think I've ever been considered a finesse driver. I don't think I've ever been described with finesse for anything.
Funny.
A little more of a bowl in the china shop kind of guy.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you should see me run those Pro 4 trucks, though.
Slow car ahead. Go right.
Pick it up. Yeah.
You're just training me to not go wide there, right?
I know.
Go left.
I departed and went to a totally different. What news? Yeah, you know, so when you get down close to the balls, in my opinion, you really gotta, the finesse becomes cornerstone. Okay, because all of a sudden, if you learn how to drive the air,
Right, back on the left, John, go ahead.
in the corner that you didn't have. Like if you drive, for example, go out, I think it's in R Factor, where you can drive to like 70, you can drive a 75 or a 76 F1 car, which had no tunnels, okay, and then in 79 they went to tunnels with Williams, but they didn't change, you know, the safety.
All right, everybody, I think we're getting into about our last 20 minutes or so, maybe about 20 minutes left.
You got a slow car on the left.
Qualifying session here, and we're going to be doing then our challenge round, the top 3. Now, don't worry, you may not be one of the top 3 times currently on the board, but we're going to go down the list there, and if any of the drivers who are in the top of the standings don't happen to be logged in, we'll go right down to the next person. So you could be sitting 6, 7, 8, hypothetically, Sean, at 8, and still qualify for this challenge round. So, yeah, it has happened. So right now, Andrew's sitting in the top spot with that 107.0 with Mike Dam and Pat Iannucci, our top 3, but Mike and Pat not currently logged in, which means that Andy Hunter and Craig Forsythe would be the next up. So, still 20 minutes to try to get it done, folks.
Just hitting everything tight.
So if anyone tries to push the pass button, to see if that gives you an
It should work. I didn't even think of that. Or do I show 0 available?
Does it? I don't know.
I'm going to map it and check. That's a really, really, really good point. Wouldn't that be the cheat of cheats?
Well, there.
Or wouldn't that be the knowledgeable driver?
Yeah, that's right.
Options. Let's try putting that on that button right now. Push to pass. Boom. Oh, it's my tear off visor button. I don't need that so much here. Right next to my pit limiter. That's probably not a great spot.
Wow. Yeah. Mapping is one thing, remembering to use it's the other problem.
Oh, these guys are...
And I don't know where it shows me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it's on.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if we have 0 because the dash is showing me 0. Let's see here.
Where does the dash? Where does your steering wheel supposed to say that?
I'm thinking the right one where it says 0.
I have a 1. Oh, yeah. No, that 0 is because you haven't used any seconds.
Yep, it showed me a 1 after I pressed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means you used it. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, this could get interesting now if you've discovered something that would help pick up some time, huh?
Still gotta turn a good lap though.
I still got, yeah, just keep it on. You want to use it up the hill to carry those long gears, and you want to, like anywhere you've got to stretch a gear, I think you use it. Right?
Yeah. Oh.
And then obviously the main stroke.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Thanks, Bill.
Well, Sean, what I hear you saying is that you practically guarantee a 106 coming up.
Go right.
I would not go that far. And I just got stymied by a group of cars. So now we have a wasted lap. Let's not even use any.
What are you doing, Chavez?
You got a slow car on the right. Car stop on the right. Go left.
Are they giving out beers at Ricmotech? Is that what's going on?
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left.
Guys, come on, man.
It's getting dicey out there. Alright, I changed my thing to the wrong. I want session optimal lap. Session best lap. Optimal lap. There we go. Oh, we're ahead of David Brunel. It's always a good day if you're ahead of David Brunel.
Well, he's out there working on it. In fact, I think he's just ahead of you on the track there. It's like David's put in 129 laps tonight. He's still trying to improve that time. Based on who's logged into the server at this point, looks like we have Andrus running his Andy Hunter and Craig Forsyth, with neither Mike Dam or Pat Iannucci logged into the system. Andy Hunter is still online out there trying to improve on his time. Forsyth stepped away though, so that would mean that Ryan Cobb would be up next, but he's also stepped away. So Sean, at this point, you're in that number 3 position.
No way.
Assuming nobody else comes and checks back in.
Man.
You and Dave Grunill are battling for that third qualifier.
So we gotta keep at work then. This is completely changed everything.
But he not to introduce any undue stress in the last, 10 minutes or so here for you, but
Oh, now Grunel's behind me.
All right, folks, I think we're getting down to our last 15 minutes or so to qualify for that top 3 challenge. And I'll tell you, with the people who are and are not logged in at this point, unofficially, I think Andrus is our top qualifier for that challenge at the end. Mike Dam and Pat Iannucci not currently logged into the server, which means we would move down to Andy Hunter, who is still with us, hanging in there, currently the number 2 spot. Now, Craig Forsyth, I believe, is not currently logged in. He would be the number 3 qualifier. And then it falls to Ryan Cobb, who's also not currently logged in, which puts Sean Cole right now in that number 3 spot, but David Grunell also still on track and just a 10 from taking that spot away from Sean. So, still an opportunity for drivers to qualify for that top 3 challenge. And with about maybe 14 minutes to go.
Come on. Chavez, you don't even have a tail on your car. That ain't cool. When I'm under such a pressure. Hey, goo goo goo. Go goo goo. I need to get a lap without traffic. Just sit here, but you never know what'll come in pit lane when we go around, so there's no point.
Thanks, Tim.
Go, go, go! Can I get a what?
You got a slow car on the right, slow car ahead. You got a slow car on the left. Right side, clear on the right. Left side, clear on the left. Left side, clear on the left.
Sorry, I saw you wait.
Uh-oh.
Somebody do that again?
Oh, yellow flag. Oh, locking up those fronts.
This Chavez guy, he's just wiping people out intentionally.
I've seen him driving around a couple laps without a wing on.
Yeah, thank you for removing him.
Thank you, Jeff. Pro gamer move right there, man.
God, you must be concentrating.
Giving her all I got.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, David hasn't given up either. He's out there now trying to get in just one more quick lap.
No rivalry there at all.
No, no.
Oh, I'm out of fuel. Good thing I pressed the push fast.
Are you noticing it helping at all?
It's got a little more pull, but I'm not really able to do anything with it because I'm making so many mistakes. Might be a little worn out at this point. Not
Right.
worn out, but I'm hot and
Yeah. Bent.
where are we? Where?
It's bent.
Yeah, cool suit.
Sorry, Matt.
As soon as I get back from the race, we're going to do that. We're going to do a cool suit. So we are currently still 7th, I think.
I'll bet you could figure out a swimsuit without all the, having to buy all their stuff.
Well, at this point, I just need a pump and air connector from the pump side, and any cooler would do.
Right?
So yeah.
Yeah, any.
And honestly, if I can get their connectors, I could use an aquarium pump. I don't need their racing
That's what
pump.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Any pump would do as long as I have the connectors. So yeah, that's a good idea. That would be a lot cheaper. Just get a power head.
Right.
For those who know fish tanks.
Yeah, any of that. Or gosh, a lot of choices. Fish tank, winter wiper fluid.
Yeah.
Pump. I mean,
I'm sure they try. I mean, just like a Hans or anything else in the world of safety and racing. It's like, oh yeah, well, get ready to pay triple.
Oh yeah, I guarantee that. Yep. Although
Yeah,
I do have to say, Speedway has good prices on that stuff.
Do they? Even the cool suit shirt, that was like $170, $160.
Right.
It's like just a shirt with tubing.
Terrible.
Yeah, but you know what? When I'm in the middle of the race, I'll be praising them and that money spent. So.
Yeah, I've not had one, so I don't know the luxury of that. When they started messing those, when I was driving, they were plastic shirts. And if it died, you will save.
It's like it made you sweat before you even got going.
Right. Well, and if it shut off, you had to quit.
Right.
You literally had to come in. So now they're kind of nice.
Oh, I really want to see an 07. Really want to see an 07. Oh, we're down to 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Jeff. I knew I shouldn't have put it next to my pit limiter. I just used a push to pass getting out of the pits.
How long did your push to pass work?
I don't know. I've been kind of wondering when's the moment to press it.
Right.
I figure since I'm doing it on the uphills, I'm getting to it earlier, figuring it'll help get the accelerator going, and then the car will get up to speed quicker.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the way,
I
though.
would do it. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, everybody, so we're going to call it 4 more minutes. Last 4 minutes. So you might get 2 or 3 laps in here. Last chance to try to get up there to be one of our top 3 for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge. Top 3 drivers are going to have an opportunity to make a lap on their own for 8 minutes with everybody else watching. No pressure, but with everybody else watching. And the driver who sets the top clean time during their 8-minute session is going to win a prize from Ricmotech. So I believe Andres, by the way, was our winner last month. So maybe an opportunity for back-to-back wins here for Andres, but one of the other challengers may have something to say about that. We'll see.
Well, Shaun, looks like you're still hanging in there. Get that. In fact, I see you. Oh yeah, you've given yourself a little margin of safety there. You got into the sevens, a 7.9,
Finally
3.6.
got into the sevens. I'm feeling great.
How about that?
Feeling pretty good about that.
Nice.
Pushed it past wisdom, we'll call it. Not a cheat, wisdom.
Yes.
Knowledge, information is power. I am really taking it out on the curves today.
Yeah.
Flipping through the air. Look out, everybody. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a DW12. Well, I don't think I have enough time to post a lap, which means I'm going to have to stand on 6. Ow. Flat bottom cars, they make the racing world go round. Somebody did ask for seeing her.
All right, looks like we're in the last minute here, drivers. So if you're not out running already, you're probably not going to get around in time to start that final lap. But about 1 minute left, and then we're going to ask everybody to come in off the track so we can start our challenge rounds with our top 3.
Oh, come on, Climber, you can do it. I see David Climber just walked in. Watch this, 1 lap to the top. I'm kidding. Oh, right back. Oh. Cool shirt. Definitely gotta get it.
So Jeff, can you hear me?
Yep, gotcha, Robbie.
So the world record for qualifying, Thomas Sturm, I want to say, I don't know where he's from, 106.2.
Wow, how about that?
So that's not bad.
No.
Yeah, and
well, looks like that's going to do it, folks. The qualifying session for our top 3 challenge has closed. And boy, David, you gave it quite the effort there at the end, but just not quite able to knock off Ryan and Shaun there to jump up. And congratulations to Sean Cole on finally breaking into those 7s with that 7.9 here in the closing minutes. So drivers, what we'll be doing now is our challenge runoff between the top 3 drivers of the evening who are still logged into the session. And so I'm going to run down the list here and make sure that these folks are still logged in. And then we would just ask that everybody else please come back into the pits, and certainly encourage you to either stick around and watch in the server as the challenge goes down, ride along with the drivers, see what they're doing out there to run these kinds of times, or of course watch the online broadcast there with Shaun. But I believe Shaun may be one of our challenge drivers. So let's take a look here. On our top qualifying time with is Andres with that 107.088, and won last week and still logged in, so congratulations. He'll actually be the 3rd driver out. He'll be the last one who gets a chance to run in the challenge rounds. Mike Dam and Pat, I believe, not logged in. Yep, that's right. So that brings us to Andy Hunter.
Andy's still in here. So Andy, congratulations. You'll be the second driver to go out. And with Ryan. Ryan Copnott, with Craig, I think Craig Forsyth. Just rolling down the list here. Yep, not certainly in the server, so that brings us to Shaun Cole from the Sim Pit. He's going to be our first driver to go out here in the challenge round. So congratulations, Shaun.
Yeah, that guy scrapes it again. Can you believe it?
Good job. Use that button.
So each driver is going to get each driver is going to get 8 minutes here.
So, Shaun, if you'd like to bring your car down to the end of the pit lane, I'll get the stopwatch ready for you. We'll make sure the track is clear, and we will get you started.
Copy. Yep, Tim, we're going to have an echo when he's talking to both rooms. That's okay. It gives you that classic Saturday.
Now, Shaun, obviously you'll have the choice here of you can just go out and run for the full 8 minutes, or you can make a couple hot laps, come in, refresh your car, and go out and try again, which will give you fewer laps because we don't stop the clocks when you come into the pits, but that'll be a strategy call you can make.
Copy that.
Okay.
Look at David Clymer disrupting things.
Okay, looks like the track is clear.
All right, looks like the track is clear. Shaun, you are clear to start. Your 8 minutes will begin now.
Watching on the broadcast as Shaun heads out as our 3rd overall qualifying driver here for the challenge rounds. He's going to have 8 minutes now to try to turn his best possible lap, and then Andy Hunter's going to take a shot to best that time, and Andres will be the 3rd driver to go out and try to repeat as the overall Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday winner.
He's quite quick.
Yeah.
I think it's important how they get their tires warmed up as well. You know, when you're doing a deal where you've got to get the speed in those first 2 laps. This beats Shaun being really smooth, precise speed. Now it's go time. We'll start it just a little bit, but here he goes on the quick fire.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Nice little test on turn 1. Put the full test there on the second half of the 2. Beautiful line through there. Heard him do a downshift there. Good looking lap so far. Very nicely done into the close.
Yeah, that looked good.
Really
Slow down. You got a penalty? We're cutting the cord.
Slow down. Alright, let's
did
not
get
scrub.
one?
Yeah, let's not scrub turn 11 this time.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
My suggestion is you take more off the left, not the right. That's how you can give you a slowdown.
All right, so another attempt for Shaun. Lap number 2.
Whoa!
Damn it, Cole.
Don't let your tires too hard.
All right, you still got plenty of time left. More than 5 minutes.
Now a fuel issue.
You're right, I was going to say, that's your deal. So short shift to this is the throw lane. Short shift to full field, maybe fuel. Right?
I missed what you said, Robbie?
Short shift this lap, save your fuel.
Oh, yeah. And I don't have to hurry because this lap's already nothing.
Right, just roll it, get the tires clean, get them back to balance, get them off of being hot where they were, and just get ready for that last corner to really roll through there good. Okay, easy in, hard out.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Perfect, alright. Remember that turn 1, you gotta stop straight, you can't turn. Very good job. Awesome, beautiful looking corner. Beautiful looking corner. Excellent.
Halfway, 4 minutes.
Very good job. Good looking around so far. Perfect line through there. Very solid. Nice. You take that there. Good job. Beautiful. There. That'll give you a good lap for him. That was very nice.
A 108.301.
I don't have enough fuel to get around, and our rules say I have to at least act like I'm trying to. Like, I know one sheet we call it, because I know the rules would be to, oh, whoops, and crisscross it off the, oh, there's our fuel. Now, if we run out of fuel, that's a different story, right?
We're
I
out of
think
fuel.
you just need to reset, yeah.
Yeah, if you run out of fuel, reset.
How much time is left on the clock?
2.5 minutes.
Holy.
Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. That'll be one good one. Okay, so Shaun, you got to go out there, have a good run, get your tires up to temp, and then use your push to pass on every straightaway this next race, right?
Just keep my finger hovering over the button.
Well, I think, yeah, you just just have to hit it every straightaway. Make sure you don't overdrive the tires for the first lap. I hit that every time you hit.
Yeah. At this point, you will have time to complete another lap.
All right.
Yeah, you've got one good lap, and you're not hurrying to get it. You've got about 20 seconds extra. Just get your head right and do it.
All right, here we go.
One more lap to go. He's going to have just enough time to get in one more lap. Currently sitting on a 108.301. One chance to improve that time.
Push back, push back, push back. Push back, push back. Push back, push back, push back. Push back, push back.
Oh, I'm really slow.
He turns that final corner. Oh, a little too heavy on the throttle. All right. So good effort there by Sean Cole. So our third place driver sets a time of 1 minute 8.301. Andy Hunter, you are on deck. Feel free to pull down to the end of pit lane there. Make sure you got your fuel and settings the way you want it. And Andy, you're going to be our next driver out, needing to beat a 108.301.
Oh, I was pushing that button so many times that lap.
I know, I saw that. You know, I think where you were a little off, you held your brakes longer than you did before.
Just not letting it roll.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
You're
I
right.
wasn't carrying mid-corner speed. Yep.
You tried to drive a little deeper, but then you had to stay on the brake longer to get it to turn.
Right.
Whereas sometimes if you just back your braking up just a titch, you can get off of the brakes and use the downforce in these things to roll through, which is,
I find myself achieving that on outlap sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, I'm just
checking with Andy Hunter one more time. It's your opportunity to
again, so you
go out there and
an IndyCar platform.
Try to beat Sean's time.
Everything is a platform, and it's downforce. So when you go in deep and you upset the car, you upset the platform and kill your downforce.
We're going to give Andy maybe another 30 seconds or so here, and if he doesn't advance down to the end of pit lane, we're going to go to our next driver on the list who's still locked in.
You really can't upset the car to get that.
Right.
So much of the downforce comes from underneath of these cars that they really have to stay flat.
That makes
so they don't pay off to drive in deep like you would a sedan.
Right. Which is exactly what I'm doing with these things.
Right.
Any word on Andy Hunter?
On his car, he's idling. Blue and white, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not seeing Andy here. We've given him almost
I think he gets
2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's it.
So yeah, I think we're going to have to move on. As I look down our list, the next driver
just
still.
The engine.
Oh, did he?
Well,
call him out again.
Come on, Andy.
Andy, if you're there, go.
Yeah, I can see that there's no driver sitting in the car. So Andy apparently away from his computer or not in. So Christopher Larrea, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, from Florida. I have you next on our list. If you are in, feel free to roll down. Yep, there he goes. So Christopher, congratulations.
Yeah, he wasn't letting
So your time to beat, Chris, is going to be a 1:09.9. 08.301.
I got the stopwatch reset here, so we will send you on your way. When you get to the end of pit lane, you can go at your discretion.
So for future things, Sean, Jeff, like right there, if we were an Indy car, single car, you'd pull straight out to the track.
Oh, because you're on a empty track?
Yep. So. And it'd make our show go faster.
Right, right.
Well, Christopher, we're glad to have you here with us this weekend. Looks like 102 laps during competition.
Good.
And going to get probably 5 more here to
that turn.
Try to set top time. Top time in competition, by the way, was a 108.348. So just going to need to beat that a little bit to outpace Sean there and lead the final challenge there for Andres.
Too wide to enter it. The car goes over the hump like you saw him and gets sideways.
Right.
You got to run right down the middle and then turn down. And turn down early, because if you put your, did you notice when your left front hit the curb on that left-hander, it turned, but if you miss the curb, you kind of push?
Sure, yeah.
There's a little bit of banking. I don't know what it is, but if you're really tight through that downhill section, there's more grip on the left.
Yep, and the further you get out, it just kind of lets the rear end go around.
Oh, Chris just a little bit loose there at the bottom of the hill on his first hot lap, so now he's going to have to kind of reset himself and come around and try it again on lap number 2.
And you ended up on the medium downforce setup?
No, I ran yours with a little more front brake bias and 45 power instead of 60 on the differential.
That's what
I just couldn't handle that locked up rear end.
Yeah, I changed that same thing because I stole it from a different guy. So yeah, it gets too sideways on you.
And I think you probably could have gone one more click of front wing and might have worked well for me. Even though I was a little tail happy, I felt like on the good laps I was getting a little bit of less grip in the front.
So what happens is to run your first lap, your second lap, by the time you get into your third lap, you have more front grip or less front grip.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you definitely kind of got to start with the car a little on the loose side.
Right.
Because as the back end comes in and as you go faster, all the downforce settles in the middle to the back.
Right.
Follow what I'm saying?
Yep,
so your balance comes back on you.
Yep, that makes total sense. Yeah,
so
Tim. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I was gonna tell Tim who's watching. I turned off all the cameras so you can see this full screen, but I guess it's not really blocking that, so it's okay.
That was very nicely done. Through there. See, too wide. See how it gets all sideways in the turn down?
Yeah.
Can't do that. You got to be run right down the middle. At the most. And I've seen guys hug the left all the way down that.
That makes sense. There is a lot of grip down there on the left.
Well, it's, we don't feel it in the sim, but if you go drive this track, there's a lot of G's going down that hill and in where they load up. And so really what you're driving is the banking more than the line.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what's, you got to get really good.
Yeah.
And you were downshifting in that last corner, weren't you, that right-hander? You go fourth, back to third, and up to fourth again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was playing around with coming off the corkscrew, like I was braking into second, going to third, but then that was when I was missing the line. Once I started hitting the line, I was coming out in second.
Like here, you're second?
Yeah.
I'm first.
Oh, wow.
I'm first. Hey, I'm sorry, Chris, I didn't quite hear your question.
Third right there, fourth right there.
No, you still got about 3.5 minutes, Chris.
So yeah, I was first through the hairpin, or the corkscrew. You were a little quicker to move through there.
I did begin the day in third though, because I couldn't handle second, so I was afraid to even go to first for.
See, okay, so the feeling that you get for the corkscrew is drive in flat, far on the right as you can, straight, turn, and pretty soon you get the right thing where you can just launch off of it.
Right.
And you land right just to the left of the curb that's on the right. And when you land, you can give first a goose. Because if you do it right when you first land, the car's got a lot of pressure on it.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Yep, I can totally see that.
So you got to, like, right there, you turn from me now, land.
Oh, just a real loose in the corkscrew, but Chris, I think you still got 2.5 minutes left, so you've got time to get around there again, reset yourself, and try to get in one more quick lap.
Right there.
It's just that it's like if you can launch that, but if you hit the curbing, you better back out really quick.
Yes. Well, you weren't taking, in my opinion, enough of the left.
Okay.
Like, you can run your whole left front over the dirt on the left side, but you did it one time on your run, and it put you perfect down the, you know what I mean? You landed perfect.
I don't think I ever got even close to that far left.
One time you did, and not enough. Not enough to make me happy, but you got 70% there.
Okay. I got you now.
When we get done, if you want, we can go do a couple laps. But you grab that left front over the dirt there, and boop, it puts you right on the, then you don't hit the curb on the right.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretty good. You see, he comes up here, you need to be strong here. You need to grab that, that's not bad. He creased it a little bit too much for my liking, and now he's way too far to the right. He used to be way over there. Wow. And you heard he was off the gas a lot longer than.
Yep.
He does that one very nicely, I gotta say. Like, he gets off of his brake a little better than you were on that corner.
Right. Oh, 108.6.
Oh,
not bad.
Really nice effort there, Chris, on that final lap. A 108.643. It's going to be a 0.3 shy of what you needed, but still, hey, congratulations on being part of the top 3 challenge tonight. We appreciate you being here for the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday, and that's going to take us to our top driver, Andres.
That has messed me way
Feel
up.
free to take your car down there to the end of pit lane, and I will reset the stopwatch for you.
I can't do that.
Yeah, anybody who wants to see how it's done, here we go. Now the only question is, will he do it on his first time lap?
All right, you are clear to go, Andres.
He'll probably do it on his first, second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, we'll do it on his first lap and then give us 6 minutes of donuts.
See, that's creative thinking. I don't think that way.
Write his name down the front stretch.
Go backwards, flip it around, do reverse lap.
Well, Andres goes out on his warm-up lap here. First, I want to apologize for probably all the times I mispronounced his name, but we really appreciate him competing with us again this evening. And, of course, our winner of this very challenge last week. He's got an opportunity to do it again now. Time to beat a 1 minute 08.301, which you see during competition. Andres ran a 107.088 to be our top overall qualifier. Quite the accomplishment there. And had to work for it, though. So early leader, and then came back later to answer the challenge from Mike Dam and reclaimed that top spot. 130 laps turned during the regular session, so let's see if that practice pays off right now.
It's amazing the jump. Whoa, I didn't expect to see that.
Oh, he can still do it on his first
Yeah,
lap.
right.
He's still got a decent launch compared to what.
I know he did.
You know, I'd like for us to do one of these events in a R-Factor race room or something just to mix it up. That'd be fun.
We can do that. That'd be cool. That really would be cool. I gotta say, the couple of them, iRacing's a great platform. I love it. And it's really cool for the modern stuff. But I'm an old dude. So I really like driving some of the 60s and 50s and some of those F1 cars, dude. There. So I mean, I want to see what Jimmy Clark did, and you know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly. And I like the sounds of those era cars too.
And it's neat. Those cars are kind of like a non-downforce car, but with a buttload of. I mean, you drive them and you go, wow. All right, well, I died there. I died there. I died there. I died there. Oh God, I died and killed all those people there.
Really old school days of racing.
Right. Well, the other cool thing is look at some of the tracks. So you can drive the 50s version of, you know, some of these really long historic tracks that have been around a long time, and then go like the 60s, they've added some walls. The 70s, now there's some sand traps and the walls are further away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the way up to now where it's like a full-on, some of the nicest F1 tracks in the world.
Right.
But in those old days, those guys are driving by there. I mean, you know, Fangio was racing by telephone poles and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Versus now where they have like 1,000 yards of concrete runoff room.
Yeah. Right.
I'm actually a little surprised that IndyCar is going to this track with the way that dirt still is. Like.
Well, it's so historic. Oh my God, this place is like IndyCar. This is your dream track for IndyCar.
Yeah.
And honestly, besides the one guy that didn't make, you know, unfortunately, that passed away, and the Penske that didn't, the gearbox broke at the top of the corkscrew there, and he went off at the end. They really haven't hurt anybody here. I mean, just look in the sim.
So a 108.6 on his first lap. Let's see what lap number 2. That'll do it. A 107.938. So. That gets it done with about 5 minutes to spare, which we'll let Andrus maybe show us what else he's got in the tank here. How about giving everybody a demonstration on the low 7? But congratulations, Andrus is going to repeat as the winner. Now, Frank said, Andres, that you got a T-shirt for having won last month's competition. So he'll switch it up for you if you want socks or underwear, something like that with the Ricmotech logo on it. I'm sure you can work something out with Frank, and he'll ship that to you. But congratulations to this month's repeat winner.
Pressure off of him. He's running freaking beautiful.
That one was to get it done. This one's for show.
Yeah. Even there, though, down the hill, he lifts longer than you did.
Oh.
And that's if you get off them curbs, that wouldn't happen. You know, you can't brake hard on one side on the curbs with these cars.
By the way, for everybody who is either still watching or still connected to the server, you'll notice that there is an hour left in this session, and we've done that on purpose. Ricmotech and Frank want to invite you all to stay online, and now that you've had the opportunity to watch some of the 3 fastest drivers on tonight's session, invite you to go back out, continue practicing if you like, and maybe learn something watching them lap here during the Hotlap Challenge. And so please feel free to enjoy the server a little while longer, and we of course will look forward to seeing you all again at our next Hotlap Challenge.
I was so mad at myself.
Wow, he almost ran, I mean, not in that lap, but he almost broke into the 106s.
Yeah, 106.2 is a track record all-time for qualifying on this track, and a 5.2 in practice with the toe.
Are you going to the IndyCar race?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Again, it's expensive, but...
Yeah. I might go up for Saturday, but not Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday, I'm going to be at home watching it on TV.
Right.
But I might go up Saturday. It's only about a 4.5-hour drive from me, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
And I have a friend in town who
celebratory donuts, certainly well earned there. Congratulations
so he has a
once
bunch
again.
Of friends there, so we like to go on.
Hey, hope folks
even on Friday.
Have a terrific night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Frank, and thank you to Ricmotech for hosting yet another fun event. And I'm sure we're going to have a really interesting and fun combination for the September Humpday Hotlap Challenge.
Donut.
I think I maintained my points lead for the season. Compliments of Mike Jean-Claude Van Damme not being here.
Well, that's the other word. I mean,
yeah.
not only that, but Iannucci, Pat.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah,
There's another one that can get you any day.
Well, 4
All
hours.
those guys
4
are
hours
good.
can be grueling on some people. You know, those kids. They don't have the stamina.
That's right.
Buddy.
That's right.
So guys are too dumb to know the difference. Is that what you're saying?
We grew up in the coal mine era. We know a hard day's work.
I can't say as I disagree with that.
Oh, that was good fun. That was good fun. But I'm.
It was. You did a good job.
Thank you. Hi, Max. Yeah, I know. You've been neglected. Yes, I know.
You didn't let him drive once.
He got fed and not taken outside. Now he's just, hey, dude, what's going on with the plan? It's like, hey, it's Hotlap Humpday, Max. I know you're pretty regimented, but once a month you can't put that in your calendar.
My dogs want to be regimented, but I'm their owner, so that fixes
right.
We're like super like exact, like 4 times a day, feed times, everything. It's like,
oh really?
Yeah, but that's because I wake up at the exact same time every day. Everything about my world is regimented around him, really.
Okay.
He wins.
Yeah, I wake. If I decide, my dogs get everything too, but if I'm a little, every now and then I like to spin them out just to make them tougher. Like, you don't need to eat today.
You don't need to go out, do you? Do you, buddy?
Right. Well, I mean, mine are a little bit chunky, you know. They're not exactly. They don't look like they're having a rough life, if you know. I'm sure yours don't either.
Living like a king.
All right, so some other people are smart enough to go out.
Absolutely. That's great.
Got
Well, I think I am going to bring the stream to an end. We are over with our. Let me get shut down YouTube. So anyway, another great event. Whether it's this leaderboard or any leaderboard challenges, they do offer a really unique opportunity to be a perfectionist, and when we race, it's a whole different discipline. And I love racing, I love door-to-door action, but this is a real test of skill, a real test of yourself, and and at the moment of truth, being able to really bring it and lay down a lap that you're capable of doing versus when put on this hot seat, can you? So really fun dynamic, and it's been a blast. Robby, thank you for being in the booth. Jeff,
thank you.
Thank you for filling in some very tough shoes to fill in Kevin Ford.
Hey, no question about it, but it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have you out here again. And, if Kevin's here, you're always welcome to come join us on the track as well.
Absolutely.
I think I've seen you out there here before.
Indeed.
So, anyway, that is going to do it for today's show. Get out there, do some racing. Happy Hump Day to everybody. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track. And I have the wrong remote.